I'm gonna let the people come in the door first, but we crank it up. Let them get in here, man.
Yep.
But I see you got a serious. We live too. Just that's a serious collection you got behind you. I see to your right shoulder, yo. I see them rocks. Let me see that. What you got? Show them people what you got right there. What's that? And that's about basically
The
talking
story
about.
of the Earth in 25 rocks.
Mm, mm, mm.
Give you the whole
Yeah.
breakdown of the whole
Mhm.
makeup of the Earth, and just by breaking down 25 rocks.
That's crazy. And nobody can get past that. They talking all that crazy stuff about geology. What else you got on your show? Uh, extinct was that extinction or evolution?
What fossils reveal about the history of life.
Who wrote that?
Niles Eldridge.
Mm, mm, mm. So the other one was Donald Prothero. Am I correct?
Yep.
What else you got?
I don't know if I'd have known you was gonna be looking at I'd have been.
Oh,
I'd have
grab what
had
you
some
like.
stuff pulled out.
I see Milky. You don't gotta put them out. I see Milky Way, the Milky Way.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Neil. And then beside that, I see Diops. Let me see. I see Diops. I see Diops.
And I got my man, oldest.
Oh. Oh, yeah, right there between stopping the next pandemic and Sean's work. Yeah, I see that. Vibe, that's a good one. That's a good read for people too. Sean's work on the pandemic. Yeah, it's a good look from that. Then I see underneath of that, you got that science. Why science matters? I mean,
Yep.
why trust science, right?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Cause she had another one. She got another one that was banging. I got that one too. I don't know where it's at.
What's that? What's in your hand? What you just grabbed?
The Why Trust Science. She got another one.
Oh, you got the hard copy.
Yeah. I forgot the name of the other title. Is that the death of what's the name of that?
Death of expertise. No, I don't know what she got. Oh, I don't know what she wrote that. But
No, 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 no.
Tom Nicholas. Mm-hmm. Let the people get up in here, man. We're gonna have a top rate conversation by a brother that's been back and forth for the now. That's gonna be a good one. We talking about his book collection though. Let you know, yo, he ain't just listening uh to YouTubers, yo. He fucks with us real heavy, but he need to be able to substantiate stuff we talking about. I see you got war. What you got? Let me see. Don't stop. The war on signs. What you got? Let me see. Up top is on the other side of you. Nope, other side. Up, right there. War on signs.
War on Science.
Ah man, that's a heavy one, bro. That's what we going through right now, yo.
War on Science. Oh,
Yeah,
you
we
see what
going
I
through.
got right?
What you
What?
got? Oh, yeah. The linguistics joint. That's the hit. Let me see. Yeah, right here, right?
Yep, that's it. That was
Yeah.
behind this.
Yeah, you got some heavy words. You got a little Malcolm in your collection too.
Oh yeah.
Little
Okay, but hold
Malcolm.
on.
What's
See
that?
this. You
What you
don't know
got?
about this one, huh?
The bigger the picture.
Vanessa Nakate, a fight to bring a new African voice to the climate crisis. This is African sister talking about
Mm, mm.
climate change.
You cheating. Why you
Yo-
ain't let me get that? Why
Young,
why
young,
you ain't,
young, young, young sister, young African sister talking about climate change.
why you faking me out, yo? You
And
didn't
well,
you
there you
normally
go,
tell
right
me.
there,
You normally
Vanessa
give me.
Nakate.
Oh, okay. All right. Vanessa McCott. You're gonna have to text it to me, yo.
All right.
The audience can see it. They can run it back. Okay, that's a good one right there. She come from perspective of Africa. That's definitely needed. I
Oh,
said no. Go ahead. What else you got?
oh no! See now. I got to see if I can grab. It's at the top.
What's that?
Ah,
Once we all had gills. Ah, is that the book with the fish that does push-ups? Ah, I ain't got that. Oh, mm.
yeah.
Damn, you be sneak. You just got. Why you do me like that, yo?
See, that's how you do me.
Damn, man. Text that, man. Everybody get that, man. Oh man, I'm reading physics. The Physics of Climate Change by Lawrence Krauss.
Okay, but I had to hit you with the young African sister from the
Yeah,
continent.
I need that from the perspective. Yeah, that's because she right there on the ground.
Yep.
She right there saying that the change is right there. What else you got? What you got? What your Nile Valley work you got?
Oh, there we
Yeah.
go. There we go. That's
I
what you was
said,
asking me about.
yeah, the depth of expertise. Tom Nicholas. Did I get that right? Yeah, that's
Yep.
Tom Nicholas.
Yep. Yeah.
What else? What you
That
got?
was behind what doesn't kill you makes you blacker.
What that's that blackology. Let me stop.
No,
There you
man,
go,
but just
Dylan. There
right
you go.
at me, I got all the
What you got?
all the Egypt books
That's
of
a Nile Valley joint.
yeah, they all that's
What's
I'm
that? What's the name of it? Yo, people pick up. They gotta figure it out. Pick it up.
history of ancient Egypt.
Okay, you got the history, ancient Egypt. All right, we got ancient Egypt, African kingdoms on the Nile.
Yep.
We got this. Look, hey, we're
I
gonna
got
match.
Guide to the Valley of the Kings
All right,
sitting
pull
right
that, pull
here.
it up. We're gonna go book for book
See,
on them, get the
all right,
people right.
all right, see, stuff will start falling off my
I don't let it fall.
Guide to the Valley of the Kings. Since I was at the Valley of the Kings twice,
We're gonna talk
I
about
needed
that.
I needed to make sure I knew. I tried to get some advanced information before I rolled up in there. Knew what
Roll
I
up in there talking to blackology.
knew what I was looking for, and so I had to get the guide.
Roll.
Instead of the guides telling me what was there, I had to get advanced field work. You know.
Starry messenger Neil deGrasse Tyson.
Oh, see,
Starry
hold
messenger.
on.
What you
See,
got?
that's what we gonna do.
Yeah, what you doing? What you doing?
Okay, hold on. Turn around.
I'm right here. What you got? That's a good one. That's a good one.
Yeah,
Big up to Anthony Bowen. That's definitely a good one right there.
I got some more Neil deGrasse Tyson
What
around
you,
here.
what you,
I
what
just
you,
don't, can't grab them right now.
Cosmic. Here you go. Cosmic Corey's you playing.
Oh, I got that one somewhere. It's in.
Yeah,
It's in here.
yeah, yeah. What else you got? What you got?
Okay, I got some good pseudo
You
books.
got some pseudo work. You gotta have
I
pseudo
got
work.
I got the book of Enoch up over here, the Kemper and the Gast over here somewhere.
All right, hold on, let me break out my pseudo work. I got pseudo work. The temples of the African gods. Michael Tellinger pseudo work. That's a pseudo work.
Okay, hold on. I got a big
Yeah,
China.
that's pseudo work.
Oh, I got. Hey, I got
Oh,
a Egyptian book that's in the slip cover.
oh, that's Old Kingdom. That's the Old Kingdom
In the
joint.
slip cover.
Ooh, I think I got that. That's
I
Old
got the
Kingdom.
slip cover, but you ain't got the big slip cover.
Let me see. Hold on, yo. You playing, yo. You playing.
No, I'm not.
Nah, I don't got the nah. What's the title of it? When what?
Egypt's dazzling sun.
When the pyramids were built? Is that the one?
No, this is my man Amenhotep III. Oh,
Oh, that's serious. What's this? The Old Kingdom, yo.
yeah,
The art of
okay.
the Old
All right.
Kingdom, yo. What you talking about, yo? With the
All right.
slip.
Oh, you got okay, now my dog going off. I think my okay, hold
All
on.
right, come on.
American discovery of ancient Egypt. We got so it's
Mm,
man, I need another
mm.
book. I need another bookshelf.
Yeah, you running out. Where you at? Where you at? Hold on. I
Oh,
got
I'm not, bruh. It's actually more Egyptian books than it's books in my bookshelf.
Cosmic Clouds, yo. What you talking about? What you talking
Okay,
about?
hold, let me
Where
get
the
my
stars
dog.
are born.
Let
Get
me get
them.
my dog
Get
together.
them. Get them together so I can
I
talk
think my
trash.
daughter got some food coming. Hold on.
All right, get them together. Go ahead, mute out. When we put
Okay,
you down the bottom, we go ahead and get it started.
okay, hold on. Let me get the mute.
All right. Yeah, we here, man. I see the people coming in the building, man. You know, we gotta. I know y'all fascinated with the conversations we having, yo. Y'all know science is actually undefeated, man. I had some fun. I like chopping it up with smashing them, man, and talking shit with Corey them, man. And I like all that shit, man. And yeah, man, I'm glad you're over here, man. Shout out to all the pseudo killers, man. Let everybody know in the server, man. We're gonna drop the link early, man. Yeah, we're gonna come with some pressure, man. We're gonna come with some pressure, man. This brother interviewed people actually in the Nile Valley, man. Been there a few times, Joe, and he's actually gonna give us the report that's on the ground, right? What the people say to y'all, how the people look. That's what we doing right now. We're not doing that sitting back, you know, acting like this, acting like that, the bitumen, the bitumen, the bitumen, the asphalt, the black skin, forgetting the things is right in front of our face, that black soot. It's a hell of a contrast when you go to the Nile Valley, man. And see that contrast with that black silt there, bro. Hell of a contrast. So I'm gonna show y'all the contrast, man. And we're gonna get this presentation rolling. All right. All right. And let's see right here. Y'all can see it. Yeah, y'all see it right there. That's a hell of a contrast right there. Yeah, that's that silk. That's that silk right there, yo. All right. There you go. And to them, that had magical principles to it. Because shit would grow out of it like you wouldn't believe, yo. Matched them. They didn't have the element chart and all that what we know, why things biodegrade and add extra nutrients to things. They didn't have that, but to them it was definitely magical. Put that there. What you got? The elements. Absolutely.
There you
I
go.
see you. All right, man. We waiting to get 40 people in the building, man, before we get cracking, man. This conversation is much too important, man. We in here with Kevin Chill Hurd, right? That's my man, right? For a long time supporter. Man. Everything, man. You know, I actually follow his career, man. He's an artist, man. Yeah, all day long. Rapper. Don't call him a DJ. You get cussed out. The wildest
MC.
album cover. I went over his house and seen the album cover. It was wild.
Yeah, that's wild. It was wild when it came out.
I said, yo, when you're the Puerto Ricans, I'm not a I said, yo, that's a wild album cover. I see you, Chill. Yeah, Chill from Cleveland, man. We knocked his quarterback out.
We won the game, but we might have lost the war.
Yeah, you won the battle, yo, but you definitely lost the war, yo. Man.
I'm
Tried to
not.
tell you.
We're not taking it. We not sitting down yet though.
No, 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 y'all gonna be
We gonna
there.
handle the
No,
Steelers tomorrow.
no, no, y'all. Man, can y'all get that from y'all, yo? That's all I'm actually asking for, yo.
What you asking?
It's
For us
just
to
to
take care of
beat,
the Steelers?
just beat them, yo.
Oh, we got that. We got that.
God
We
damn,
got
y'all
that.
should be finish and pick it off.
We got that. He done.
Now, if
He
y'all
done.
had y'all quarterback, yo, it'd be completely done.
Yeah, but he done. Miles Garrett got something for him. He done.
Miles was, oh, I tell you what, I really like him. He's a great athlete. He play hard and he don't play dirty.
Right. Good dude, man.
Just don't call him a nigga. He gonna bust you in the head.
My man Miles. Hey, did you hear that Miles put down some money? He's now like a minority co-owner of the Cavaliers of the basketball team.
Okay, I didn't know that. Okay,
Yeah.
all right.
He done put
Okay,
some loot down.
okay, okay. I know that's good, man. He got the check to do it.
Getting involved in the city. There you
Yeah, he
go.
got the guap to do it. Yeah, man. He's a superstar, man. He's a superstar. We at that magic number, man. Um, y'all know what it is, man. We at that number, man. We great start this interview, man. We got a spectacular interview, man. Y'all see the title, man. Brother Chill just got back. Let's hear that conversation. Black Egypt, yo. Yeah, man. We starting to get them now, yo. Hey, y'all know what it is, man. Yeah, y'all know what it is, man. Yeah, y'all know what it is. Y'all know what it is. Slipping on my pippin', nigga, never that. I always had more women than bitches, nigga, roger that. Money is the root of all evil, get the fuck back. We've been brainwashed from a fetus just to get scrapped, scratch that. Now I'm on a mission just to get dope. Physical or crypto, from the 9 to 5 or a kick dope. When shit get cold, like the hometown of Klitschko. Vladimir, your boys out of here with the sick flow. Now I ain't no rushing, but I'm rushing through this budget. I turn the booth into a gun, raise the way I'm busting. I caught the whole onion, then I got it from my cousin. In and out of traffic, toe tagger, we be hustling. Understand and shine first to realize your time worth. Can't be rich until you enrich your mind first. But I'ma be ignorant with my black ass and probably swipe my black card to blind black man. Yeah. Hey, y'all know what it is, man. Black African power. What's good? What's happening? A well organized lie defeats a disorganized truth every time. Woo-hoo wee. Man, y'all already know what it is, man. It's God killing the house. And I'm coming to do what I got to do. And I'm going to do what I got to do. I'm standing tall. I'm standing strong. Hey, Bobby banging this bitch. Look, man, we got a banger today, man. We got Brother Chill. It's my man, yo. All day, every day. Man, great individual. Beautiful wife, beautiful daughter, yo. Man, they are a beautiful family, man. And for me, right, that's the first example that I look for when I'm picking friends. How do they treat their family, right? And man, I'm not going to forget his beautiful mother, yo. Man, went over a house, man. She treated me like a champ, yo. Beautiful lady, man. And I see how she gave rise to that good stock, man. So this brother not gonna come in here lying and holding back cards. I don't gotta lead the witness. I don't gotta do none of that, man. We simply want to see what he has to say based off his travels back and forth to Egypt, yo. Right? And he's gonna play it above the board. He's not gonna play no games, man. He has been an Raw squad, pseudo killer, supporter for a long time, man. He's followed me through my stages, man. And friends with a lot of the other brothers, man. And when we get into these discussions and debates, man, he just sticks with the data, man. And that's why, I'm glad to bring you this brother, man, brother Chill, man. I've been on this show a few times, had excellent debates, man. He's been a actual supporter of vaccines on an actual higher level, right? Meaning he's actually was in Cleveland and he was really supporting the vaccine to the point where he was on commercials, right? Well, he's already famous in the damn city. Let me just say what it is, man. And so he was based off his understanding of vaccines, based off of just conversations he's had in the community with us, right? He took that thing to a whole nother level, yo. And he supported the brand while he was on them commercials. Yeah, I'm saying wearing the brand. So that's my man, brother Chill, man. Man, it's definitely one of my favorite interviews. Every time you come on the show, man, we got 53,000 people in the building, man. The people that's here, man. And I want the pseudo killers to join the panel, man. To help have conversation with this brother. Chill, what's up, man? Come on, man. What it
Talk,
do?
talk to me, Cleveland,
Mm.
and everywhere else that everybody else on the planet being good people. What's going on, Unc?
Man, just good to have you here, man. You came back in the nick of damn time.
I had to spin the block. I went, and I had to go back to double up on my ground level information.
And you right there on the ground, man. And you made relationships with people, and that's what's really dope. That you actually talking to the indigenous people there, man. Good conversation. You'll know on whether, let's see. I want to drop this link right here and make sure that the general chat, right, have something come on here because I know they got stuff to talk about, stuff to ask you, right? And yeah, I letting everybody know that you've been a complete supporter of the pseudo killers and the Amaral squad brand. You know what I'm saying? So ain't no cut cards with you, man. So okay. First of all, I believe Juju is going back with y'all.
We got the good juju and the bad juju going back with us in April. So we go spin the block and introduce. I can't. I'm looking forward to introducing Juju to all of my family over in the Nile Valley. I got brothers over there, especially over on Elephantine Island in Aswan. We got family over there.
Mm-hmm,
So a lot of things. It's gonna be she's a representative of you all. So if you don't believe me,
She gonna go.
you can believe Juju.
And Juju ain't playing. Juju, see, Juju is armed and dangerous now.
Okay,
Yeah, yeah.
let me tell y'all. Don't let me tell you. Don't send Juju over there with shenanigans that y'all gonna have to get somebody to. We don't want her to get Brittany Griner where they try to keep her over there because of some foolishness.
Now she ain't gonna go over there and play black algae on them. Yo.
Don't
She
say
might
hey.
have. She might have a year ago. That's why I'm glad the trip got pushed back.
Hey Juju, don't get us don't get us held up. Don't get us the political Juju, don't do it. We go, hey, any conversations or disputes or something real wild, we can after we get back to the, a meeting area, we can do that there. Don't we not out in front of the pyramids acting wild. Don't
With the fists up.
yeah,
Black,
yeah, yeah.
black.
Yeah, you might can do that, but
I don't know. I don't know. They be putting you out of
they
there.
real sensitive over there.
Mm, 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 mm. All right. So,
Just
man,
go.
okay. First of all, man, hold on, man. You got to support the sister, man, that sponsored the trip, man.
Yes. Hey, my sister Nikisha Johnson, uh
Miss Johnson,
the
how you
elite
doing?
it's Nikisha. She said she was gonna be in the house. So hopefully she's in the house. She said she was.
She ain't going. She should clip the link.
She should. She told me she has the
Nikisha.
time. She knows what it is. But yeah, the Elite Travel Company, man, and she did a good job, an amazing job of upping her game from when I went the first time to when I went the second time. Man, it was it was great the first time.
Mm-hmm.
It was incredible the
Mm-hmm.
second time. So I'm imagining when we go back in April,
Mm-hmm.
it's gonna be tip top,
Mm-hmm.
beyond a shadow of a doubt. But yeah, the Elite Travel Company, Nikisha Johnson, and my brother. I can't leave my brother Bashir Jones out, who got like this whole thing kicked off for me. He went to Egypt himself,
Mm.
uh, and then when he came back, he said, "I need for other people to be able to go there and see it." He hooked up with Nikisha, and that's when people said, "Yeah, you know your man Bashir is went to Egypt." I said, I saw the pictures."
Mm-hmm.
They said you need to holler at them and hit that next trip. And that with Sister Nikisha. And from then on, then I went there, and then they said, "Chill, you know what? You want to come back and be a host of the
Mm-hmm.
next two joints?" Uh, and I asked the most important question: "Do I have to pay?" And they said no. So I'm like, I'm there. So I did the October
You
on the
said you asked the most important
I
question. Do I
did the
got to
October.
pay?
Hey, I love Egypt.
The black question, but not that much.
I love Egypt, but I went
we,
once. It was nice.
we don't want you to give all the herbs that's populated the whole Nile your money. Ain't nothing but herbs over there.
Now, hey, is that the truth? We can talk about it.
We gonna get into this
We gonna talk
conversation, man.
about it. We
Let's
gonna talk about
all
it.
right. Let's get and we got a brother Brass just popped through, man. He in the pseudo killer army, man. Yeah, appreciate Brass. He popped up in the building, man. So the hell with it, man. Let's go for the first tough question of the day. We're not playing. Juju, where y'all at? Pop up. Stop playing.
And I was gonna wear a wild hat today. I
You
was.
should
I
have
had
put
a.
on a funny
I
hat.
had. I had a hat like with a snake on it and a spider, sparkling spider. I couldn't find it. It
You
was.
couldn't find it.
I couldn't find it, man. I just got in the house right before the interview, right before we logged on. So next time I'll have my wild hat on.
Okay. All right. So here's the first question. Um, where did you land at when you got off? Where did you land at in your trip? And we want to
Uh,
make sure get the information so people it's smartly priced, right? I want everybody to know that, man. Excellent travel agent, man. Appreciate Nikisha for all the work. We gotta have her come through. I hope she pop up on there, man, to kind of promote her thing. So where did y'all land at first? And we want to
we
immediately
went.
talk about the people. Go ahead.
We started. First of all, we started at JFK in New York,
Uh-huh.
and we went. This time we went nonstop. We went right from JFK to Cairo.
Okay.
First time we went from JFK to Qatar, Doha in Arabia, and then we went from Arabia to Cairo. But this time and the next time we're direct. So we went right from New York and landed in Cairo. Nice 11 hour flight.
Uh-huh.
You watch about three movies, eat lunch and dinner or breakfast and lunch, walk around, talk to some people, go to sleep, wake up, and you're there.
Okay. Got you. Go
So
ahead.
we
What happened?
landed in Cairo.
Okay, so down in Cairo. All right. All right. So let's get right to the real question. Man, what the hell? Now we want to use the eyeball test first. When you got to Cairo, what did the people look like?
When I got to Cairo, and for everybody, I mean, I'm sure everybody knows this. Cairo is in the northern part of Egypt. It's below Alexandria. It's not the most northern part, but it's also what they refer to as lower Egypt. And so it's the most populated city in what they call the Middle East. It's like 25 million people live in the city of Cairo. Uh, I got to Cairo, and initially, I'm walking around, and I would just normally with the eyeball test, the people look like they were Arabs. They what you would phenotypically what you would
Okay.
think were Arabs.
Okay.
They were lighter,
Mhm.
lighter skin, some tannish,
Mhm.
but mostly lighter skin, something that you would connect to Middle Eastern,
Okay.
as
I like
opposed
that.
to what you would think of as African.
Okay.
So yeah,
Okay.
so the look Middle Eastern, they spoke Arabic,
Mm-hmm.
and the majority of them were practicing Muslims.
I
So
like
you
that.
would just landed on the ground,
Uh-huh.
you would think that, oh,
Looking.
these are
Uh-huh.
Arabs. It's just the eyeball test.
Uh-huh.
They're Arabs. They're not African. They might barely be Egyptian.
Uh-huh.
Uh,
Uh-huh.
so you think that they were, Arabs. That's when you land in Cairo. That's mainly what you would see.
Okay. So now here's a damn tough question. Do those people consider themselves Arabs? Do those people think they Arabs? Do those people think they Egyptians? What is it that the people that live there say? And do they know the difference between our Arab and them being an Egyptian?
Yeah, well, they definitely know the difference between, Arabia is their immediate neighbor to the east.
Okay.
And I asked once I landed. I asked all throughout Cairo.
Mhm.
I asked in in the modern part of Cairo, over by Tahrir Square, where you saw everybody saw when they had the point, when they had the Arab Spring. Tahrir Square was the focal point of where all the protests, all the students were protesting, and when I hit the ground, uh, I kind of start asking around, because I mean you don't want to just be out, but so you kind of gotta get to know the person that you're talking to, and initially, for the most part, when I first landed, everyone said they were not Arab, that they were Egyptian. And
Everybody who? You talking about who you talking about now?
I'm talking about the people walking around. I'm talking about the people that I saw in the Tahrir Square area, which is more modern Cairo, where they have hotels. It's where the Egyptian Museum is at. It's right in that same area. Uh, the college, the University of Cairo, Cairo University is also actually Cairo University of America, CUA, is in that area as well. Because my girl, shout out to my girl who actually is a professor who teaches at Cairo University of America. But in that area, and I'll tell you later, because I went to also Old Cairo. Uh, but
Mm,
we'll get to
mm.
that.
All right,
But
all right, let's move. Okay, stay right there.
but in the Midtown Cairo, I was asking people about their ethnicity,
Mm.
in more of a nationality way. Because if you're asking, people are they Arab, so and I don't recall anyone saying that they were. Uh, but this
Oh
is what
man,
they did say.
what did they say?
They all said they were Egyptian,
Mm.
and I even pressed it a little bit, and
How you press it?
because I'm thinking maybe they saying they're Egyptian because that's the nationality, because they're a citizen of Egypt.
Okay.
And so I'm saying, okay, but do you have are you from Arabia? Like, is your lineage actually Arab?
Okay.
And even with that question, they stated that they were Egyptian. And I was saying, well, how far back? And
Uh huh.
and they were saying, as far as I can go back. My
Mm.
father was Egyptian, my grandfather was Egyptian,
Mm.
my family's been here
Mm.
forever. Now, then when you follow up and ask them, are they African?
Mm-hmm.
They're kind of hesitant. And this is in Cairo. This is in what they would more like downtown.
Mm-hmm.
They were hesitant.
Mm-hmm.
They acquiesced that they were African. They didn't want to say it.
They want to say
I don't want to speak for them, but it didn't look like they didn't answer that as quickly as they
it. He
did.
said they were like,
When you ask them was they Egyptian, they
yeah,
right on that one.
yeah,
Yes,
yeah.
I'm Egyptian. I've been Egyptian. We are Egyptians. We are the Egyptians.
I
We've
like
been
that.
Egyptian.
I like that.
You ask them are they African, they like, they hemming and hawing a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
They begrudgingly,
Uh-huh.
and that's speaking for them.
Mm-hmm.
I felt it was begrudgingly
Mm-hmm.
eked out, like, yeah, okay,
Okay,
I'm
man,
African.
you got me.
Okay, but when you ask them are they black,
Mm-hmm.
they looking at you like, initially the majority of the people looked at me like they didn't even understand the question.
Now hold on. Now see, this is where the rubber meets the damn road. This is interesting, right? So I can understand why they would begrudgingly saying whether they was African or not, right? Because that's not actually, something your country would actually promote. You're going to promote your nationalism as being an Egyptian, right?
Right.
And you would have to get into the conversations that we in, deal with anthropology. So they not right. I got it. So I get it. They just say they Egyptians, and you know what Egypt is. I got it, right?
Right.
And so the black question is very interesting, right? And so, all right. So up there in Cairo, when you say they black, they don't even understand the damn question, which makes sense.
They look like they didn't understand the question. Now I don't know if they really didn't
Okay.
understand it
All
or
right.
they actually did understand it,
Okay.
but I
Okay.
think also me,
Mhm.
obviously being what they would perceive as a black American or an African American
Mhm.
from the states,
Mhm.
from the United States,
Mhm.
they kind of were they were initially, like I said, they act like they didn't actually understand the question. Like what does that mean? And quite a few of them didn't answer the question because they act like they didn't understand what I was saying. And some of them said no, that they were not black, and they they actually was responding back to me like I had asked them a silly question.
Mhm.
And some of them wanted to kind of educate me on uh, the geography of of Egypt, and to let me know that especially and when you're talking to people in Cairo, they're kind of talking to you from a northern a lower Egypt perspective.
Mhm.
So they're kind of telling you, you know, the landmass, the borders of especially of Cairo. When you go a little bit north, you're still on the same. You've never changed land, but you are now in a different country. And
You
you
saying
when you
in lower when you
in
dealing
Lower
with
Egypt, if
Lower
you go
Egypt.
if you're going north and you get up and you go past uh, Alexandria, not actually more to the east where it's the Sinai, or even in that Sinai Peninsula area where the Suez Canal is at, they're quick to tell you that in that same journey, on that same piece of land, is the Levant, is Syria, is Israel,
Right.
is
Hmm.
the
Hmm.
God is,
Hmm.
and which is not Africa.
Correct. Correct.
And so they want to tell that to you when you even are asking them, are they African?
Mm.
And now that's in Cairo.
Mm.
And but the black part, they wanted to give me an education on geography. Uh,
You said
so
the black part. We still in Cairo now.
we still in Cairo.
So
On
what
the
black part? What do you
No, I'm
mean?
saying the black part
Oh,
question.
the black question.
Right.
Okay.
They answered the Egyptian question
Right.
readily,
Right.
right
Hmm.
off the rip, no hesitation.
Hmm.
Hell yeah! Like, and I want you to say that we not.
Okay.
And and
Stop that. Stop that.
the African question, they hemmed and hawed, and most of them acquiesced. But the black part, when I said the black part, I mean the
Hmm.
black part of my questions.
Hmm.
They wanted to give me a geography lesson.
Well,
Uh,
what's the lesson?
the lesson is, do you know, you know where we're at, and what's above, and we're connected to other places that aren't what you would call black people.
Okay.
We're connected to Israel, we're connected
Hmm.
to Syria, uh, Palestine, we're,
Hmm.
we're connected to all those other places. Even in you get into Asia,
Hmm.
it's above them. It's nothing. It's not a wall, it's not a lake, it's not a it's you're connected to that. So they
Got you.
wanted to express that to me, to educate me,
Mm.
as a silly American, asking them for asking them were they black. They talk to me like I asked them a silly question.
Okay, let's go to Old Cairo. What's up?
Okay, now we in Old
And
Cairo.
what does that mean? Hold on. What
Okay,
do you mean, Old
Old
Cairo?
Cairo is an area that is probably most known for what they call the souk, or the bazaar
Okay.
or marketplace.
Okay.
The El Khan Khalili
Hmm.
is been hailed as one of the oldest marketplaces in the Middle East. It's a
Okay.
zillion vendors, blocks and blocks of any, and they said that that has been the case since old times.
Mm.
Uh, that
Old
you,
times mean ancient times.
I'm hesitant to say ancient times without doing the homework, but
Okay. All right.
certainly it's before the modern that people have been going to that area to
Okay.
purchase things, vendors, uh, to sell their goods, their wares. I mean, you can buy anything there,
Hmm.
and it's a very very large area. I'm talking about blocks and blocks and blocks of tradesmen selling everything, and that's in the area that they call Old Cairo.
Okay.
Uh, and and the people, the Egyptians in Old Cairo are a little bit more worn looking. Their skin tone rougher. They look like they haven't had the easier life that they had in
Champagne, caviar,
right.
AC. I got you.
Exactly. They're these are workers.
Workers
Uh,
outside more. Are they a little bit darker than the
they are a
people?
little bit. They are a little bit
Ah,
darker,
okay.
and in
Mm.
their phenotype takes
Mm.
on a little different tone. While they still look like what you may consider to look Arab,
Mm-hmm.
it's starting to change just a
Mm.
little.
Okay.
And and ask them the same question: are they Egyptian? And they're telling you, like, not only am I Egyptian, but I've been Egyptian forever. My family goes back. We are the ones that, and I heard this term. Not that I asked them this,
Should
but they
have. Next time, ask them. Go ahead.
okay.
What
But let me
was it?
tell you what they said.
Mm.
And they're quick. And this is in Old Cairo. They're because it's like they were on defense. They wanted to defend who they are, and to me asking them were they Egyptians, a lot of them responded, "We built the pyramids."
Okay.
And I'm
Damn.
like, okay, I didn't ask you that, but okay, good information
Damn.
that you wanna give me.
My great grandfather was on the team.
It was on the team. Hey, I didn't ask for sources or none of that. So don't. I'm just saying.
You mean like we say, yeah, our ancestors built America. You know how we say that, right?
Right.
They
They
on
like,
that. Ain't
yeah.
no sources.
You
I
ask them
got
what they Egyptian. They trying to tell you about some pyramids.
you.
And this is in Old Cairo.
They trying to take you all the way back. I get it. Okay. They're basically saying when you reference we built the pyramids, they saying we've been here that long.
That's what they saying.
Yeah, that's funny right there. That's a good
Okay.
one.
And when I ask them were they African
Uh-huh.
in Old Cairo, they were kind of more like, yeah,
Mm.
I'm Egyptian. I'm African.
Mm.
They like, yeah. When I ask them were they black,
Mm.
they like
Dude, stop it.
I can be if you want to make me. Like
Okay.
they were
Okay.
kind of like I understand where you coming from.
Mm.
Again, it might have been me, them, this is a black man, a brother from the States asking them this, and they kind of asking me, answering like, I know what you're saying, and if that's what I need to say for you to understand that I'm African and Egyptian, we can go with that. But they weren't just jumping out like yes.
That's interesting right there, yeah. That's interesting. They were like, "Come on, man. We know the whole conversation,
Right,
man.
right.
Come on, man. Come on, yo. Okay, that's so okay. We went in Cairo, then we went to Old Cairo with the marketplace and stuff like that. Okay, then where you at now? Where you go at from there?
Okay, and then okay, so you go. We left there and we go a little bit outside of Cairo. So we go to Giza,
Mm-hmm.
which is outside of Cairo,
Mm-hmm.
and of course that's the big ticket.
Okay.
That's the reason you go there as a sightseer, because
Okay.
that's where you go to the Giza plateau. So you
Mm-hmm.
you, you see the three pyramids at the Giza plateau,
Mm-hmm.
as well as the Great Sphinx
Mm-hmm.
in that same Giza plateau area. It's in the same complex.
Okay.
Uh, And when you go to the Giza plateau, you see a lot of people working, hustling, selling stuff.
Okay.
Uh, and
We
what
on
you
the old
notice,
Giza Plateau now.
the Giza, where the three pyramids, Khufu, Khafre, Menkaure,
Okay. Okay.
or whatever those Greek names that they also call them, that
Okay.
really pisses me off. But uh, yeah, so when you and the Sphinx complex. So when you go
And you
there,
read Metal Nature too. I want to make sure we get this kind of, you can understand a little Metal Nature.
okay, I'm glad you said a little because you ain't having with y'all on them like, bruh.
No, no, no,
Now
no,
you
no.
read Meta Nature like that.
Mm-mm.
So yeah, no. But I'm familiar with it. Let's
Okay.
say that.
All right. All right. Go ahead.
Uh, and the first thing you notice, and I had to ask, I asked our, we had an Egyptian tour guide.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, great dude. And anyway, we'll get to him. But the first thing you notice is that the darker Egyptians
Mm-hmm.
refer to you as brother. I mean, they're obviously trying to sell you something, but they saying my brother from another. They hold out their arm and say, same color,
Wait, on
same
the
color,
Giza Plateau.
on the Giza plateau.
So they hustling. They
My
hustling with the
brother,
black.
my brother from another. They at the women like my sister from another mister, and they like
Oh
we
man.
same,
Oh
and
man.
and that's when you start hearing the word Nubian.
Okay.
That's how they relate to you. If
Mm,
they're also dark
mm-hmm.
and they trying to get their hustle on, they're
Okay.
like, we the same, we Nubian. But what they're not saying is that we're black.
Oh man.
That's not what they're saying. And they not saying we African, like both of us are. They're saying we Nubian, we your color, we Nubian. And so yeah,
That's on the Giza Plateau.
that's the first time that you really hear people calling you brother, cousin,
Hey, Cuzzo, what's up?
Nubian. And I asked the tour guide this
Mm,
time around, just
okay.
a couple weeks ago. I said, question. I mean, obviously, when they approach us, black people, Americans,
Mm-hmm.
they hitting us with that, brother, cousin. What do they say to the Europeans? Do they say that? He said, you know what? Nobody actually ever asked me that. He
Nope.
said, and they do not.
Nope.
I said, well, what do they say?
Mm-hmm.
And he said, well, they'll say, buddy, my friend. But what they don't say is brother
Brother. Mm,
or cousin.
mm,
And
mm, mm.
they're obviously recognizing you. And he said it's more of a to show an endearment to who you are.
Mm-hmm.
He said, now are they trying to sell you something? Yes. He
Mm-hmm.
said, but
Mm-hmm.
they don't say that to Europeans. They don't say, hey, cousin, my brother. They don't say that. So you being beat down with brother and cousin,
Oh man.
as they hustling to sell you things. So
Mm.
you go to the Giza plateau, looking at the amazing, and I tell anybody standing at the pyramids,
Mm-hmm.
you can see it in a movie, in a book, a
Mm-hmm.
documentary, but when you're standing there in front of it, it is an amazing building
Talking about the
uh
pyramids.
to be able to see, and you can see it from far away, miles away, because it's on a
Mm-hmm.
plateau where there's nothing else there. So you can be in a
Right.
whole nother place in Egypt, and you can see the pyramids. It's just the craziest looking thing
Mm-hmm.
when you see it. But yeah, and so at Giza, brother, cousin.
Cuzzo, yo, I
Yeah,
need
they,
some of
they
that bread, man. Yo, come.
yeah, and they'll
Cuzzo,
take that
what's up,
American
Cuzzo?
dollar. They
Take
want
that
that
money. They
American,
know your brother. They know you from America.
and they
They,
hitting you
yeah,
with it.
hey, brother.
They
Yeah.
hitting you right with it.
So watch this. We right here. We got Stone Critic just real fast. He say, laugh aloud. How they say, how's this help his argument? I don't know if he's talking about the overall general conversation. By the way, Chill is in the community. He's familiar with all the conversations. He watches all the shows, right? So I didn't actually bring him on here to pick a side. I brought him on here because he just got back from Egypt, and we want to know what the people have to say. It's almost like going to an Indian reservation, right? As an African American, and you ask them like who you think you are, right? Right? Now, if you get a silly person that's thinking they're Native American, they go in there telling them people who they not. You feel me?
Right.
So you went there as a person, right, who's educated. That's why I wanted to show your book collection, right? Like you on top of your A game, scientific literacy, the whole 9 yards, right? You went there just to interview the people to see what the people said. And
Right.
if we're not taking the people's word for it, we're just talking about, we're not asking the people to be scientifically literate, but I'd be damn, a person know whether they grandmother and them came from an Arab or not. They do, you would know that.
Yeah.
You
I
feel me?
looked at it as a on the ground social science experiment.
That's why you here, brother. That's why you here.
I mean, I didn't go there with a genetic
Bias.
gene tester or
You didn't take the kit? I thought
I
you
didn't
was swabbing people's mouths,
I,
yo.
I didn't I didn't take the kit. All I could do was ask them the information and see
Oh
what they
man.
told me.
Oh man. What is
So
that
that's in
thing?
Giza, but that's right outside of Cairo. So we still in lower Egypt.
Okay. All right. So where we at? So we still in Lower Egypt. For y'all who don't know, the Lower Egypt is actually the upper portions that's going. We up north. He's
In
still up
north.
north. He's up north. He's talking about the skin range. So the skin range up north, it ranges from the Giza Plateau, Old Cairo, and Cairo. Is that what you
And
basically saying?
that's right. And they're lightish. And if you just saw them, you would say, okay, they look Arab if you did the eyeball test.
Okay. So the eyeball test, bet, check. Got him marked as however you've been counting out. Let me stop.
And nobody was and no one was claiming Arab.
Nobody,
They
no.
spoke Arabic,
Of course, language.
but
Pray to Muhammad. I mean, pray
and
to Allah.
they were definitely the majority of them
Mhm.
were Muslims.
Okay.
I mean, and but in this time around we did
Christian.
see some Coptic in the Coptic area where they were not Muslims, they were Coptic Christians,
Mm,
and
mm,
and that was a little different this time around. We did
mm,
go to a few Coptic churches,
mm,
and and I just thought it was interesting because still of the ancient age, we're looking at fourth dynasty built, regardless of the religious aspect of it.
mhm,
We're
mhm,
still in a facility that was there in the fourth dynasty, and
mm.
in Egypt, okay, yeah, we get spoiled at seeing things that are 3,000, 4,000 years old.
Okay.
So, fourth dynasty to
Mm,
us
mm,
is
mm.
still nothing to sneeze at when you're in a facility that was there in the fourth dynasty.
Right. That's nothing to sneeze at. That skin color can range too over that 4,000 year period, 50 generations. Just for the a little sidebar note for y'all, because I'm gonna do a whole show on skin color and how you just because you in 2023 looking at that population and not understanding evolutionary science and just making all kind of wild assertions don't mean you even know remotely what you're talking about. Okay, so all
And
right.
I just wanted to add that I do know how to ask questions because also, although you announced me as an old school rap artist, I'm a
Reporter,
lifetime journalist.
I jumped my
Uh,
fault.
I'm a lifetime journalist. As a
Damn,
fact, you see, I have my Greater Cleveland Association of Black Journalists, of which I was
damn.
the immediate past president.
I
I
should have,
worked.
what I should have said there first. My fault. I apologize, man. I should have. You're more than just an artist, right? You're more than just a community worker. You're also a journalist. You took me by the
I'm a
spot.
first and foremost a
Took me by the
journalist.
spot. But the Wishmacommon owned the promoter Don
Don
King,
King,
the
Colin Post
paper.
newspaper.
Yes, you
Years
took
old.
me
I
back.
worked there
My
for
fault.
25 years.
Right. You're
Uh,
also a writer. You're a writer.
I worked for 25 years
Yeah.
at the Colin Post newspaper, and I worked for Don King, who bought the paper.
Mhm,
But
mhm.
that's another story. Big up to
Big
DK.
up to Don King.
Big up to DK.
DK.
But that's another story.
All right, so
Uh,
you know how to ask questions.
I know how to
Absolutely.
ask questions. I've
Okay,
interviewed
that's right.
everybody that I interview people for a living.
That's right. Okay, so that gives another to it. Okay, my fault. All right, so where we at? We
Okay.
plateau. Where your travels taking you at, man?
Okay.
Big up
So
to Nikisha and that and her what's the name of the business again?
The Elite Travel Company.
Damn, Elite Travel Company, man. Big up to Elite Travel Company, man. Nikisha, man. Appreciate all your tireless work, man, and bringing those people there and bringing them back safe, man. Juju, Pseudo Kill Official, will be going. And she's going to also give us a report on what she's seeing. All right, go ahead, chill. So,
Okay, so
all right, where we
now,
at?
I'm going to give you kind of a twofer, because this time, as opposed to last time, we did some different things. So, just as an overview, we did Luxor and Memphis. So we'll go to Memphis.
Okay,
Uh,
let's go. Where we at?
New school Memphis is you're headed further south.
Okay, we're heading in the
Uh,
southern direction. Go ahead.
right, we're headed in the southern direction. And oh, and real quick, I rode a camel this time. Uh,
Shoot.
Told me not to ride that damn camel. Uh,
I said on riding the
Brother Reggie told me not to ride that
Don't
damn
ride the
camel.
camel,
And
yo.
the first time I did not. This time I let the peer pressure
Ooh,
get me, because they were like, chill, you gonna riding it, you riding it, and this is Egypt. And I'm like, okay, first
stinky
of all,
camel.
I need y'all to understand that camels are not native to Egypt. That's
Thank
first of all. So,
Anachronism.
hey man, I'm actually questioning Brother Malcolm. I saw him with pictures on that camel, also while wearing a old school civil rights suit and some dress shoes and a tie.
You
Hey,
talking about
hey, I'm just saying, after riding that camel, I'm thinking Brother Malcolm might have did a photo op. I need to see how, because you get on it and they take your picture. I'm just saying, Brother Malcolm was what, like 6'5", 6'6".
on a
Hey man, that's
camel?
that's an uncomfortable ass man. I'm never doing that again. But anyway,
Oh man,
people, if
man.
Juju want to ride the camel, that's fine. People
Shit.
enjoyed it. I'm just saying I didn't.
Mm,
And that was a one-off. I did it. I'm done. It's off. I checked it off the
mm,
list.
mm.
Anyway, we get down to Memphis, incredible ancient capital of Egypt at some point in time.
Mhm.
Uh, uh, Ancient name Menefer.
Okay.
We go down there, and incredible things to see, incredible temples,
Mhm.
statues, and the people are getting darker.
Mm.
Uh,
Magic? Is it like magic or something? Did they just like, when you hit, is the gods start coming out? And let me stop. Go ahead.
we get to
Mm.
Memphis with a stop at Lake Nasser, where they built well, no, excuse me, that's
The
further
dam.
down at the Aswan Dam. That's I haven't gotten there yet.
Ain't no dam in Nassau. Ain't no dam there.
Yeah, at Aswan, but that's down in Aswan. That's
Oh, that's
that's
not.
that's in
What
in
about NASA? Ain't it a spot
no,
called
it's Lake Nasser.
Lake
That's
Nassau?
the old president
Right. Okay.
of Egypt. They
Okay.
named it after. They named the dam after him.
Okay.
And the dam is a lake. It created a natural lake, and the
Okay.
crocodiles are on the other side of the
Dang.
of the dam.
Okay.
Um,
Okay.
so if you jump in the Nile, and crocodiles go jump out and get you. But
Mm.
we go to Memphis. The
Mm-hmm.
people are getting darker,
Mm-hmm.
and you're no longer in the big city.
Okay.
You're no longer in Cairo,
Mm.
and it's less populated.
Starting to slow down a little
You're
bit.
starting to slow down a little bit, and the people are less okay in now,
Country folk. You starting to get to the country folk.
but they still got machine guns, like you rifles. Hey, you can't get around that. When everywhere you go, you seeing military. They're everywhere.
So is it the same military presence? Oh yeah, but you went over there doing the wild. Yeah, it's kind of
But
wild
it's
now.
the same. It was before that. Even
Okay,
when I
same
went
thing. All right.
last year, military is everywhere.
So they got guns in Cairo too. As many guns in Cairo or
Guns,
no?
yeah. And but one thing, so guns are illegal in Egypt. The only people with guns
The
are
military.
the military and the police.
Okay, all
So
right.
you ain't got
Good
to worry
deal.
about getting shot. I mean, the military might shoot you if you're acting crazy, but
Talking about this our land, yo. Y'all stole it. It's black land. Black land. This is black
yeah,
land.
yeah,
Yeah.
but
All
no
right.
guns. Now they might stab you. You
Oh,
might get
wow.
shanked for talking
Wow.
crazy by
Wow.
regular Egyptian. But no, we go to Memphis. The people, man. If my boy Adam don't stop calling me,
Man, tell Adam
man.
you're on the phone.
Anyway. And that's your boy. He said you're on my book too, by the way. He was on.
Huh?
Adam said you're on my book, but that's another story. You was on some show saying if you call, give away a book, and he ain't. Anyway, that's another story.
I own my book.
He says you're on my book.
All right. Well, okay. Which one? Which
Yeah, you
book?
don't really want to know.
I do want to know which book.
Okay, it was one of the Sean's books.
Yeah, I want to know. That's
Yeah,
my
we,
man.
we was on it was on a show with Sean or something,
All right. You want me to send it to you?
and then whoever
Send your
he
address. I'm
called, then
gonna send
he
it to you. Not a problem.
he said you were on the book. I think it was I
Not-
believe it was the vaccine, the
yeah, I
COVID
remember it
book.
now. I remember. I
But
forgot.
anyhow,
Forgot, Adam. My fault.
see,
Send it
okay.
to chill. I apologize.
Yeah, but no, even the military, even the police are
Hmm.
getting darker,
Okay.
and
Wow.
same question. I
Hmm.
was a little bit more careful, and this is kind of a amalgamation of both times that I was there, and I'm asking the same. But we didn't go to Memphis this time, but last time we did. Uh, I asked them where they Egyptian, and they looked at me like that was a real stupid question. Of course, we're Egyptian, but they were offensive about it. They just took it for granted. Like, come on, you know, how long have you been Egyptian? Like, man, come on, really, forever? Like, man, that's who we are. That's all of my people. That's what we do. And are you African? Yes. No. Not even no hesitation. Yep, we're African. Are you black?
Mm. Here we go again. Here we go again.
Again, they were, they act like they didn't understand the question or in what format, but they look like they're trying to figure out what am I actually asking,
Negro. You should have said, "Are you Negro?"
and then
That's funny, yo.
and just a little ahead of the game, they'll say like Nubian, like are you asking me am I Nubian?
Oh, okay.
And then they'll answer no,
Right,
like
I'm
I'm
not
not,
Negro.
but my friend is Nubian, like my pal Omar is Nubian.
Wait a minute. Hold on. Wait, Joe. I'm starting to get a sense of when we read material that says black is a socially constructed thing, right? If you go to a country that does not have that social construct, right, it becomes to be a weird question.
It was
I
a
get
weird
it.
question. It was a weird
It's a
question.
weird question. And so sometimes we live in our little bubble as African Americans with access to everything. It is not until you get that passport stamped out, right? Or you actually read literature actually dealing with the country itself, right? Then that's interesting how everywhere you go, ah, right? But the farther you go down south, the less resistant they are to the conversation of saying African. That's interesting. That's a good one right there. I get it. Right, I get the socially constructed term black. I've been saying it the whole time, but African Americans are very, very stubborn in their approach to make everybody be have the understanding as an African American. The hell with what the actual people on the land say. The hell with the fact that you're actually a journalist, right? Worked in the field for 20, 30 years and know not to just say anything. So that's another thing. You have a code of ethics you have to follow,
Right. And I
right?
want to add, I saw Brad say something in the chat.
Mm-hmm.
He was saying that when they call you brother, they trying to hustle you.
Mm-hmm.
They trying to hustle you regardless. Uh, they trying to hustle you regardless. That's what they do. But that's their livelihood, and that hustle really is when they're
Absolutely.
selling you something.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And especially around the real touristy areas in the when you buy the pyramids or the Sphinx or something like that,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, it's 100%. They're gonna say whatever they gotta say to hustle you.
Black power.
But
Hmm.
when you get like to the market at the souk, the like at the El Khalili, it's not really about a hustle. Because they're bargaining, they barter. It's a not barter, but it's a haggle.
Bartering. That's what it's called. Bartering.
Yeah, but bartering is when you give them something. It's a haggle over
Oh.
price. It's more of a
Haggle.
haggle
Oh.
over price.
Oh.
And
Mhm.
do not pay the first price that they tell you.
Don't do it.
And if you start haggling with them, they like that. Let's go. They like how you want to do it.
Mm.
But yeah, so we get to Memphis, and the question is still strange to them. But like I said, they'll say like, "Am I Nubian?" Like I'm not. but my friend is. Like, come
Mm.
over here, Omar, or whatever. Yeah, oh yeah, Nubian, me, you, we Nubian. Like, okay, so but there, nobody is answering that black question.
Ah, damn,
Uh,
man.
in
Are you sure? And you ain't just trying to pick sides. You ain't just trying to. You ain't have not lost your way. And are you sure?
hey, as a journalist and an ethical journalist, currently a working journalist, I'm not gonna say it was not the case. And Juju will see when she gets there. It's just a strange question if you're asking people, uh, at least in Egypt, if they're black. It's a strange question. Now as we get to the furthest
Yeah,
south,
hey, I'm
we
here
ain't
with
we
you,
ain't
G.
got the Aswan yet,
We're in the
but
game. No, we in the game now, and now I'm actually realizing the magnitude of this interview now. Right? It's giving us a perspective on the ground. It's giving us what do the people say they are?
the people are saying they're Egyptian. They not. It's no problem with that one. They not playing with that one, and some are more aggressively saying that they're Egyptian. Some are more casual. Like, what kind of crazy question is that? I'm Egyptian, But some
Ain't you in
people,
Egypt?
right? But some people will take offense to the suggestion of why are you asking me that?
Like
And
in
that's
America.
right, and that's when you
Are
get
you
those
American?
responses, right? But that's where you get those responses of I'm Egyptian. My family is Egyptian. We go back. We built the pyramids. Like, don't get it twisted. They get defensive about the question, but that's mainly in Cairo. But when you get to Memphis, they like yeah, I'm Egyptian. Like that, that's
Did you get a
crazy.
chance to meet any Arabs?
Man, that is a good question, Unc. I've been there twice, and I didn't meet one person that told me they were Arab. I didn't meet one person.
So they
Now,
hiding their identity.
could that mean that some of them are lying? And but who's to say they're lying? Because you could be Arab and still be Egyptian
Absolutely.
as a nationality.
Yeah, sure could.
So, but nobody was jumping out there
Mm, mm, mm.
saying I'm Arab. I two
Well,
times
well, we
around,
made them.
nobody said that.
Well, us Black Americans. I don't care what you say, they Arabs. But go ahead. I stopped your flow a little bit. Go ahead. You was
I will
really
tell
there.
you this, Unc, and again,
Okay.
this is lookership, but the second time around,
Okay.
the people started looking when I first got there last year in
Mm-hmm.
October, 2022.
Mm-hmm.
I saw those people as Arabs. I'm like, I know these people are Arabs. Like,
That mine,
they
brass.
might say that they're not,
Mm-hmm.
and they may be talking about a nationality, but I can look at them and tell that they're Arabs. But the second time around,
Mm.
I swear they started looking more like the. See, now this go give the people a chance to jump on me. Even the lighter people in Cairo started looking more like the people that you see on the walls.
Brass, where you at, Brass? Brass.
I'm right here.
We had those conversations
Literally.
about the brain, how it work. You know
Yep.
how somebody can say this is hot, and they hand it to you, you actually feel like it's you like it was hot.
Yep.
It actually wasn't hot. And so as you educate yourself more, bro, and get outside of your biases, right? It's wild. That's interesting. That's crazy. You said that, Chill. Say that one more
Mhm.
time. I'm gonna get you on tape, Mr. Chill.
When I first went there in 2022,
Okay.
and I arrived in Cairo, and I saw all of the Egyptians, whether they were in whatever you call it, Midtown, or downtown Cairo, which
Mm-hmm.
is where Tahrir Square is,
Mm-hmm.
famous for the Arab Spring protests, or over by the Egyptian Museum, or even in Old Cairo at the El Khalili, the
Where you was
souk.
at?
Uh, those people, to me, when I was there in 2022, looked Arab,
Okay.
uh, because I'm looking at the darker Egyptians, the more melanated
Mhm.
Egyptians
Mhm.
that I would see,
Mhm.
and we're going to get to that, that I
Okay.
would see in abundance
Mhm.
as I got further south.
Mhm.
But you would still see them by the time you got to Memphis and Luxor. So those were the ones that I was like, okay, now we got some real African looking Egyptians, some blackety black looking
So you was
Egyptians.
going to skin color. You was just painting them. Okay.
Yeah, but even their facial features when I came back, they started looking more Egyptian. As and man, I got a zillion billion books on Egypt over here. I've seen the I give tours at the Egyptian gallery here in Cleveland at the Cleveland Museum of Art. We have an Egyptian gallery here. I give tours there. But they started looking more Egyptian as features
Mm.
the second time I came.
Mm.
Lookership, yeah,
That's
okay.
wild. You know, the conscious community, when we see the Egyptians, we see West Africans.
Really, we see West Africans,
What? Look at the big lips. Look at
not
the.
Southern Egyptians.
We see West Africans. They the West. Look at them. That's yeah. Let me, man, it's wild.
Yeah, so but
Wow.
but I'm saying they did look more and more Egyptian to me, and I'm talking about historically. Uh, Once I started looking at the facial features,
Hmm.
um, the the bone structure, their eyes, the way
Yeah.
their shapes were,
Yeah.
faces were
Yeah.
shaped. They
Okay.
start. Hey, I mean, it's yeah,
Hmm.
it's the
See that
eyeball
question
thing.
right there? See that question right there? That's from
Said, would you consider
pseudo
different
killer Fisher.
response based on previous races, practices, or caste systems? Okay, so when he's asking me what I consider different response. Oh, you talking about different response that I was getting from the people I
Yes.
was asking the
Hmm.
questions?
Hmm. Yep.
Well, part of this question said racial.
He gonna
And
hit the link
yeah, asked me
in the
to
chat. Yeah,
based
ask him and
on
get it
previous
right.
racial practice or
Okay.
caste system.
Hmm. Meaning like based off of where they at as a people, kind of like what class they was in, how they would answer the question. Did you? Is it a caste system?
Okay, because I saw, uh, I met affluent, rich Egyptians, especially in Cairo. That's where you're gonna see the most. You're gonna have the most connections with people there because it's just a zillion people in Cairo.
Mhm.
And I saw the poor working class Egyptians, and then you even see it in the children. You see, uh, and I guess you would call it a caste system, but I looked at it more as an economic level. So I don't know the practice of their caste system because with obviously the majority of the presidents of Egypt have been lighter, sandy, lighter. But then you have somebody like Anwar Sadat,
Yep.
who was dark skinned
Hmm. Hmm.
uh, and rose to president.
Hmm.
Yeah, I know what happened to him, but
Blow his head off.
at a parade, man.
Man, you supposed to have them guns around him, boy.
Yeah, but so I asked. I just didn't ask the poor people or the people that were there hustling or just the people that's trying to sell you the camel ride or I talked to people at the hotel. We stayed at five star hotels. Um, so I talked to people at the hotel, at the two hotels, beautiful hotels that we stayed at both times when we
Okay.
got to Cairo.
Okay.
Like I said, five-star hotels. So I saw other more affluent Egyptians,
Okay.
and but the answers didn't change, as well as the everyday Egyptian on the street, this hustling
Mm.
for $1. And again, the American dollar is worth like $30 over there. So
Oh man, they trying to
they're
get their bills.
oh man, Americans we'll kick out $1 easy, not realizing that you really handing them like $30
Mm.
when you give them $1.
They can't wait to see that.
Hey man, they
Man.
taking dollars, man. They taking dollars all day, American dollars
Wow.
all day long. So I don't know. Let me see.
So we was in Memphis.
Yeah, same thing. A little bit, lot more relaxed. The people started getting darker, uh,
Okay.
and they were real easy with answering were they Egyptian. It was like, of course, like
Okay.
that was the silly question. Uh,
Uh,
you
all
know,
right. You say that was a silly question.
yeah, that
Wow.
was the silly question that I was asking. And were they African? And they like, yeah, like what? Ain't that the same thing?
Oh man.
That's
Wow.
after we got out of Cairo.
Wow. Said it again. Ain't what the same thing? Saying you African, saying you Egyptian. Ain't that the
Egyptian,
same thing?
right? When
Shoot.
in like Luxor
Wow.
and Memphis, they were
Wow.
treating it like, of course.
Yeah, what are you doing? Don't you know we're on the continent of Africa? What silliness is this?
But are you black?
Oh, I don't know about that one. That's a
Eh,
wild social construct that y'all in fought for. We ain't fighting that fight. Yeah, that's not one they fights to fight. That's
right, and they redirected me. You mean are you asking me am I Nubian?
I ain't
I'm
redirected you
not Nubian,
immediately.
but my friend is. Is that if that's what you asking me?
You said you got the redirecting. They
Yeah, they
redirected you.
redirected me to what I was asking.
Oh wow. Now that's good
So
right there. All right, so we at this point of the interview, man. I want to bring no, you hold on, let me take a little break. That's what I want to do. Hold on, I want to take a little slight break, right? Before I take the break, man, got Marcus on here. What's up, bro?
What's up? What's up?
Pseudo Killer Official, how you doing, man? You want to clarify that
I'm
question, man?
good. Yeah. Chill, chill. Yeah, my question was more in reference to like, um, so like in America, if you was to ask an African American, was he American, he would have a different response because of our prior experience than a normal European would. A person from Europe ancestry here.
hmm
So I was listening to you saying Cairo. You were talking about the skin complexion you see there and how they was responding. But as the people started getting darker, um, their responses became more vehement. Of course, I'm a Egyptian, and I remember you speaking about last time you went to. I think it was like the island or something.
Elephantine.
We ain't
Elephantine,
get there
exactly,
yet.
exactly. And
Mhm.
then their response to you was different um, than the other people on the mainland, you could say. So, are you seeing this as do you think there's some historical context in it to where the dark skinned folks were more isolated out of the economic gains of Egypt, and that's why they're trying to assert their position a little bit more vehemently?
Right. No, I understand your question now, but and before Aunt takes me there, before we get to Upper Egypt, because that's a whole different ball game. When you get to
Mhm.
Aswan, and now you talking about Elephantine, that's a whole. I don't. I don't know if we're ready to go to Aswan yet. If we're
Nah,
ready
we
to go
we
to
in
Upper,
Memphis, man. We in Memphis.
okay.
We gonna get there.
But to
We
answer
gonna
his question, when we get to that, that's when you get to Upper Egypt and you get to Aswan, not to even talk about Elephantine. Elephantine. That anyway, that's a whole different ball game. That's a different experience altogether.
that's exactly what the experts say. So it's amazing here. As you get that diversity right there. So we have Memphis. We still haven't crossed over. We not where you went at next?
Oh, and so we hit a lot of other places. We went to something like Edfu Temple, Kamambo. Uh, Kamambo uh,
Hmm.
is that's the current name, but the ancient indigenous name of Kamambo is probably closely related to what they would call Nubia,
Mm,
Nubet.
mm,
Uh, there's obviously cities across on the
right.
other side, what
Hmm.
was now Sudan,
Hmm.
which was Nubet. But in also there's parts of Egypt that is also called Nubet or Gold Town.
Gold Town,
Gold,
right?
gold, Nub.
New
Nub is
Gold Town.
gold.
Hmm.
That is the Medu Neter uh, word for gold is Nub.
Hmm. Hmm.
And so Kamumbo was Nubet or
Hmm.
Gold Town, or you might want to say Nubia. Uh, but we went there, and it was all the same. It was, the people are getting darker. You see,
They just darkening up.
they,
That's
they started
interesting.
getting they're darker. Everybody's darker than they are in Cairo.
Wow.
But those people, of course, at that point, I felt ridiculous asking people were they Egyptian. I kind of started skipping that point and just went
Did
to
you?
the African, because they was looking at me like I was dumb,
Like he was
asking
the
were they
police,
Egyptian.
like he was the police or something. The hell
Like,
is-
what does that even mean? Am I Egyptian? So
Wow.
yeah, I went right to the African, and
Okay.
they were comfortable with saying that they were African. Uh, the people in Cairo were a little bit less comfortable. I can only imagine if I was in Alexandria.
Oh,
Uh,
you're in
I,
trouble.
I wasn't there, so I can't speak for them. But
Yeah, you're in trouble. I heard that's a nice city.
yeah, but I wasn't there. But furthest north was Cairo, and they were
Okay.
uncomfortable for the most part with the African question.
Oh man, that's
Uh,
interesting
and I,
right
and I
there.
and I realized that at that point, asking them that they were black uh, was also problematic, uh, because they looked like they wanted to explain something to me. Like,
Wait, in Cairo or in
no,
Memphis?
no, no. In Cairo, they was like, no, we're not black. Oh, they did want to explain something to me, but they wanted to explain to me why that was a dumb question, or why they were rejecting that
Did they
question.
tell you why?
Yeah, that's when they started trying to, educate me on the makeup of the land masses that are just
Oh,
above them.
wow. Wow.
They wanted to tell me
Wow.
about the Levant and
Oh,
and
wow.
Israel, and which is right at the border. That's why now you see in, geopolitical, when you in the news that
Yeah.
they're bombing, as they were bombing the Palestinians.
Bombing them
They're
up.
pressed up on that border of Egypt, town Rafah,
Hmm.
it's another town Taba. Uh, they're pressed right up, but a lot of that is over closer to the Sinai Peninsula,
Hmm.
which is generally not a part of Egypt
Hmm.
that you would go to. I mean, it weighs heavily in biblical uh,
Hmm.
information over in the Sinai Peninsula, but
Hmm.
that's it's not a place that you would normally go as a tourist going to Egypt.
Hmm.
But yes, and then people ask where you were. Was I afraid because of the bombing? I mean, we 400 rough miles away in Cairo. 400 miles to me is the difference between Cleveland and St. Louis.
Oh yeah. Oh
Uh,
yeah. Oh yeah.
and that's an easy 400. You talking about
Oh
this
yeah.
400? You between the Sinai Peninsula, the Suez Canal, and they not walking over there to Cairo.
Mm.
But
No, they not. Okay, so where we at now? Where we going now?
all right, we might as well, because all those little other places, Edfu, Aswan, I mean Edfu, Kamambo, Karnak, it was all the same.
Okay,
So now we get to Luxor.
let's stop. And now we in upper. I mean,
We
now we in
getting
upper
we
Egypt.
we 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 getting close to we getting right up on Aswan. Not
All right,
not
so let
quite.
me. Okay, so this we're gonna do right there. We're gonna take that quick break, man. Y'all know how we do, man. Man, you listening to a powerful interview. Man, we got brother Chill, man. Uh, friend, supporter, traveler, interviewer, reporter, expert, real, not the fake one. You know how to do the fake, the real reporter, real,
Not the fake news.
not the fake, real rapper, not just standing outside rapping. Signed with sign, all that,
Hey, matter of
everything.
fact, when I went, and let me say this, when I went to, because we left from New York.
Hmm.
So when I went to New York this time, I went 2 days in advance, and I hollered at my boy Cutmaster Cool V, Roxanne Shante. They do a
Hmm.
show on Rock the Bells Radio
Hmm.
on XM Satellite. They invited me to come up to the show,
Mm.
so I was on the show with Roxanne Shante, who actually was pivotal in getting me my record deal
Mm.
with a iconic New York label, Fever
Okay.
Records. But
Okay.
anyway, they can catch me now, all this week, on Rock the Bells Radio, I'm doing my Furious Five MCs, five favorite rap artists. They're playing that currently from when I was there before going to Egypt, and they can catch it on the app. But I'm giving my five favorite MCs throughout history. It's a
Send us
segment
that
called the
link, man, so I
Furious.
can post it.
It's a segment called the Furious Five,
Wow.
where I talk about my five favorite MCs and give a
Okay.
little information. So big ups to all my old school hip hop cats in New York for still showing me love.
Yeah, you earned it, brother, all the way. All right, man. So, man, get them likes up, man. Y'all know what it is, man. It's that time, man. Let's get the likes up, man. Man, it's that time. Get the like, hit the likes, man. If you enjoying the interview, man, we dealing with Chill, man. Reporter, man, media, not the fake news, but the real news, man. He's talking about his trip coming back from Egypt, man. It's that Cash App break, man. Y'all, if y'all enjoying the interview, y'all know what to do. Nothing moving but the Cash App money. Y'all know what it is. But the money, man. Support the show.
First things
Yeah.
first, iconic, all the honeys, dummies, edible place for the gummies, gotta keep
The
them
gummies.
coming, as I roll the dice,
Keep 'em
Been
coming.
nothing better motherfucking move but the money.
Get the likes up.
Been nothing
Let's
better
go, y'all.
motherfucking move but the money.
Yeah, y'all know what it is, man. Hey,
Been nothing better motherfucking move.
move, but the Cash App
Shoot
money.
another invoice. Working
Invoice.
by the 9, need to get Royce.
Get
Yeah, I
Royce.
to shine, it's the kid choice.
Kid
Yeah, my
choice.
humble pie was a big moist.
Big
Unc
moist.
told me to do it big, bro.
Unc say do it big, bro.
Uh-huh. Ain't living how you live, bro.
How you
I know
live?
you hear me knocking, let me in, bro. I'm speaking the light every time that I'm speaking the mic. The electrolyte, Peter light that's giving you light. See what's done
know
in
it.
the dark, go come to the light. Hell
Light.
raising, you taking a heavenly flight. See the Glock is clipped up, the blunts is all woods, the insurance paid up. My
Y'all know
bitch
what
is
it is,
paid
man.
good,
Get the
the
lights
lights
up,
in my
man, if y'all
hand, I
enjoying
smile
it.
as I should, cause I'm
Yeah,
about to roll a
it's
fucking
that
first
time.
things first. Iconic, freaks all the honeys,
Come on.
dummies,
Honey.
edible place for the gummies. Gotta keep them coming, as I roll the dice. Been nothing better motherfucking move but the money.
With the Cash App money. Y'all know what it is, man. Hit the Cash App, man. If y'all enjoy the show, man, we're going to always have quality material, man. Man, all your scientific literacy, yo. We bring in all the experts, man. We got a reporter here. He's an expert for 30 years, man, in his field, man. He's bringing you the powerful interview, man. He's also part of hip hop, man. From start to finish, man. We got Brother Chill, man. Get the likes up, man. Show some love, man. Hit the Cash Apps from above, coming in and coming out. Chill. Now we in upper portion
So
of
we're
Egypt.
moving towards Luxor.
Moving to Luxor now.
We were closer to that, and we were in Edfu, but Luxor is the main city. Luxor is what, when you read all the books, they refer to it in Greek as Thebes. Ancient Thebes is definitely one of the headquarters of ancient Egypt, ancient Kemet. They call it Thebes. That's Luxor is an Arabic, Thebes is Greek, and I'll tell you what, it's gonna come to me. All of my ancient Egypt people tell me what it was in the indigenous. It'll come to me in a second, but it was definitely one of the ancient capitals.
Thebes, yeah. Chancellor William talks about it.
Of Egypt, and Luxor is a larger city than when you were in some of those other smaller areas, and you see more people. You start to hear the word Nubian more and
in
more
Luxor. Okay,
in Luxor.
makes sense. Well, makes sense. Okay.
And you start to hear that more and more, and if you were to ask, because now it's no need to ask them, are they Egyptian, and they're they're saying it also that they're African. It's no problem, no issue with that, and but when they what they can tell you that they're Nubian, you start hearing that more and more and more. And I ran into we went to a alabaster facility where they actually make and they show you how they can make it the old-fashioned way, where they're grinding and shaping alabaster stones. And the owner of this one specific place that we went to was the grandson of what they called him a Nubian who was with Howard Carter when Howard Carter discovered King Tut's tomb. If you look at the pictures of Howard Carter, you'll see a lot of pictures where you'll see young, dark-skinned Egyptian children and some adult workers. But one of the stories is this one uh, they called him a water boy who carried the water. That one of the versions is that he was the one that discovered the steps that was the entrance to the tomb of King Tut, and the person whose place I was in was his grandson, maybe great grandson, but definitely direct descendant of this dude. They got pictures of their grandfather with Howard Carter in these old ancient photos, and so he owns this alabaster place. But he now the kid who was in the picture is definitely a darker looking kid. Uh, he himself is a lighter looking person. And he have a picture of his father, and his father was a little darker than he was. Uh, but good dude, hooked me up with some good alabaster stuff. But but his grandfather was appeared to be a dark young boy who was part of Howard Carter's team. Now, as I did some research on his family, they go back as beyond people that were with people who discovered ancient tombs and relics. Lightweight, it all some of the work that I did my research, that they also suggest that some of their families might have been tomb robbers.
Oh man, y'all hearing it first. My man had talked to some tomb robbers. Interesting. Y'all heard it first over here, man, on Community Skeptics, man. Let's hear about the tomb robbers.
Their family was known as, if you needed some ancient artifacts and relics, they had them and they could sell it to you. Whether they came up with them hanging out with Howard Carter, or whether they they made it happen for themselves in ancient times. So he's related to a family of people that have been known since antiquities, being the people who you go to if you want to buy some ancient artifacts. Legitimate.
So they weren't worried about the pharaoh coming back and getting them.
Hey, some of the work said some of the same cats that dug the tombs was some of the same ones who came back and undug the tombs. They knew where the stairways and all the ways to go. But I'm not saying that man family is tomb robbers. I'm saying the research said that it also said that they came up on their own artifacts. But my point was that their grandfather, great grandfather, appeared to be a really darker complexioned young boy. And anybody can go back and see those pictures of Howard Carter in 1922, excuse me, in 1922, and you'll see all these younger Egyptians, and as well as some adult Egyptians, and they're all darker people. And but his father was lighter, and he was even lighter. But he said, because he has a picture of his father and his grandfather in the place, and his pictures of his grandfather with Howard Carter. But they're definitely in ancient times, at least from the family photos, were darker than what they were last week when I was there.
Oh man.
But yeah, the same thing in Luxor. And but and my man asked about the he said, did I read all these books behind me?
That's always the question I get.
I read, have I read every page of every book behind me? No.
Yes.
Depending on depending on what the book is, I can research and go to it and look for the chapters that I'm interested in.
Mhm.
But like novels and the majority of the books that I have, I read the entire book. Some of these books here have been in my collection for 30 years.
Mm.
Uh,
It's a library, chill.
yeah, yeah. So
It's a library.
so no, but every book that I have, unless I haven't gotten to it yet, like I bought it and just haven't got to it yet, but every book in here is getting my fingerprints on the inside pages.
Mm, mm. So so okay, so the black question is always a wild one, no matter where you at.
Yeah.
You in Upper Egypt is still a little wild, but the African thing, the farther you go to the south, the more. But no one's actually denying they African.
No.
The only wild question seems to be black, and I kind of understand it because it's a social construct, right? And if you know your history before the influence of colonialism, yo, you ain't stunting that at all. I think that's an African American dilemma right there, and that's really what I'm arguing. Why would these people have to even remotely acquiesce, right, to that social construct? It doesn't make no sense. But I'm glad you was actually on the ground asking that question. So where we at now?
So we ready to go to Aswan.
Let's go to Aswan, man. What's Aswan? Where's it located? Is it in Upper Egypt, Lower Egypt? Where is it at?
It is in Upper Egypt. It is basically the furthest south you can go in Egypt before you cross over into Sudan.
The first cataract.
That first cataract.
Okay.
So, and I was listening, I think it was last week, uh, when maybe a couple days ago, when somebody on your show was talking about when they arrived in Aswan. They referenced when they arrived at the airport,
Mhm.
things were different. Even the artwork on the
Mhm.
airport in Aswan,
Mhm.
you see dark skinned people.
Mm.
Uh, and they call it now you are they're readily recognizing the Nubia term because they're saying you're in Aswan, the land of gold,
Mm.
which translates as Nubian to them. Uh, it's the gold part that makes it Nubian,
Mm.
and so you see all over the walls at the airport, as that brother said the other day. Uh, you see dark skinned Egyptians, whether dark skinned ancient Egyptians
Mhm.
or current Egyptians, just pictures of everyday people. They
Mhm.
all dark skinned brothers and sisters, proud. Man, the airport is beautiful. The
Mm.
photos and artwork at the airport. As soon as you step out of that airport, you seeing brothers. You
Mm.
seeing dark skinned brothers.
Mm.
And I mean, hey man, I was the whole time I was like, man, that looked like my boy, Peanut right there. And my cousin Tone. But yeah, they looking like, but here's the thing, they, they still not looking like the phenotypical concept that we would have as Africans.
Mm.
They
Of
look more
course,
like
right.
African Americans
Mm.
than they do what you would, maybe West African, or, and I
Right. They
hate the
ain't looking
term
like that.
sub-Saharan,
Right.
but
Doesn't make sense.
but they they're definitely dark, and
Mm-hmm.
they looking like regular black people that you would, they could be in the audience right now, pulling up waiting to ask a question,
Mm-hmm.
and you think it might be from Detroit or something like that,
Mm-hmm.
but and it's a different flow. One, they're so far away from Cairo.
Mm-hmm.
That's a world away. They don't like whatever's happening there. That's not their deal. Uh, Much cooler. Uh, they relate to you differently. And when I say relate to you differently, I'm talking about relate to me,
Mm-hmm.
to the people that was with us, the black people that were with us.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like it was a much cooler, less hustle, and they use the word family and brother in a non-hustle way. And so and I told the story I think before, and I don't know. I mean, I can just get right since my man asked me about Elephantine. which is an island
Mhm.
in within Aswan. But I have a good friend who's become a good friend. We talk back and forth on social media every day for now a year and a half. Brother's name is Muhammad, but and they if they follow me on social media, they've seen pictures of me and Muhammad. Definitely dark skinned brother. They saying Nubian all day, but when you go to Elephantine, and Elephantine is an interesting place.
Okay.
On Elephantine, it's an ancient Egyptian. Okay, first of all, let me tell you this: what Muhammad told me. He said we are Nubian. He said my family has lived on this island forever. He said he's part of the largest tribe of Nubians
Mm.
on the island.
Okay.
And he said, but his family goes back so far in the ancient past.
Mhm.
He said that there were times when they were Egyptians and times when they weren't Egyptians,
Mm.
that they were maybe Sudanese, or he even said Cushite.
Mm.
He said his family has been there so long, the political lines changed. He said we never moved anywhere. We were
Mhm.
always here. But at one point, currently we were in Egypt, and at another point in time, we were not in Egypt.
Mm.
We never moved.
Mhm.
He said, so we're Nubians.
Mm. Mm.
We are related to the people
Mm.
on the other side of Sudan,
Mm.
but we are Egyptians.
Mm.
I tried to make him say that he was Sudanese. He wouldn't do it.
Ah. So, okay.
So that's the opposite of the light skinned ones in Cairo
Mhm.
saying that they weren't Arab.
Right.
Now we got the dark skinned blackity black brothers
Mhm.
saying they're not Sudanese. They saying we Egyptian.
So it's all okay. So it's lining up with the expert, the anthropologist, right? That's actually on the ground doing the field work. They're saying the same thing. So what are they saying about this word black?
I tried to make that man say he was Sudanese.
He wasn't saying. Did you ask him the black question?
Yeah, I asked him the black question.
What did he say?
He smiled.
Nobody wants to use the damn word black.
He smiled. And he kind of said, if you want me to be that, if that makes us brothers.
Oh, wow.
Real easy going. Like, I understand what you're asking me. Are we brothers?
Wow.
Yes. Are we African brothers? Yes. We recognize you as my brother. Yes. If you really want me to say that I'm black.
Wow.
He was like, I don't really have a problem saying it.
Wait a minute. Hold on. So through this whole conversation, we started, for everybody, a recap. All right, we're on the island of Elephantine. Having a problem with the word black. No problem with the word African. No problem with the word Nubian. No problem with the word Egyptian.
But
right?
he wasn't really claiming Sudanese.
No Sudanese nonsense, though. We're not going to do the Sudanese. So you're not
Kushite,
going to say...
He wasn't
right.
Egyptian. I'm Egyptian.
He says Egyptian, point blank. So we do see...
But he did say there was a point in time where his family, who never left that area, wasn't Egyptian.
They wasn't Egyptian, right?
Right, because they were on the other side of the political line. So he said, we Nubian.
Got you.
Whether we was on that side or this side, we still Nubian.
Right.
And he also said they got a different language too. They
Nile
still have...
Valley?
Yeah, I got to really get that information. But he was like, we speak a different language. We still have remnants of our Nubian language. I need to talk about maybe Juju, when we go down there, we can get into that one a little bit more. But let me another thing on Elephantine. They have ancient ruins on Elephantine just like they do in Egypt. But in Egypt, remember I told you that you see military everywhere.
Right. Ain't
with
nothing down there, huh?
Rifles, machine guns. I didn't see one military person, one police officer, a constable. Man, I could have. Man,
you can pick up the artifact. Ain't nobody worrying about the darker skin with the artifacts. We don't care.
I could have picked up artifacts. Man, I'm in an ancient ruin of Khnum.
Oh man.
I'm in an ancient ruin of Khnum where like some German students seasonally come and do some digs. But they weren't there when I was there. And I'm walking around all by myself. No one with me, not even the people that were traveling with me. No people from Elephantine. I'm just walking around ancient ruins. I could have picked up some stuff and put it in my pocket and,
Oh
and
wow.
went on.
Well,
Not
went
that I
on and
would
got
do that.
paid, got rich, came back.
Not that I
I
would
got
do
this.
that. But my
Right.
point was, I didn't see any police,
Oh, man.
military, nothing, not guarding the ruins,
Mm.
not there to. And I asked Muhammad, I said, I don't see any police.
Mm.
And he basically said, we don't want them. We don't, because with the police comes, their rules. Like we don't. I said, well, what happens if it's an issue on the island? He said, if it's an issue, then we with the men, we come out,
You take out.
and we handle it.
Mm.
Like we solve it. Like we don't need them. We don't need the government to come and tell us what to do. And it's very rural, very. So not only do they have two ancient Egyptian temples, is one of Khnum, and I think it's one of Sobek, the crocodile deity. And of course, Khnum, because that's your man's old school on the potter's wheel.
On the pot. Say,
Yeah.
sorry, raw, stupid second.
I didn't say
I
that,
got you.
But
Mhm.
but they also have an ancient Jewish temple
Okay.
that's also there. Also, that goes back to like the third or fourth dynasty there. And just to be super pseudo, in the I believe it's in the Cabernet Gas. Don't hold me to it, but there's definitely an ancient pseudo story where the Ark of the Covenant once rested on Elephantine Island. But the island just has crazy mythology and history. But I'm just saying, it's no police there. Now, I don't know if they just don't give, because it's, for lack of a better word, a black island, and they don't have that much tourism. Certainly they have enough stuff there. I saw an ancient Egyptian statue of a pharaoh just sticking out the dirt in the main walkway, like chickens and kids. It's chickens and it's kids. And then there's a statue of an ancient Egyptian pharaoh just sticking up sideways out the ground.
They don't even care to do it.
They walking around it on their way to the market, and kids is bouncing a soccer ball on his head, and it was just it's super cool there though.
So let's recap, because I want to open up the lines. We went from Cairo, the old Cairo, right? And I'm gonna make sure I'm getting this right. I'm recapping this for Smash Rockwell's.
I see my man Casual in the building.
Yeah. I want to recap.
Cairo. All right.
So when we in Cairo, right? They say we the people, we're indigenous Egyptians.
In Cairo,
right?
They said not only were they saying they weren't Arab,
they're not Arabs. No matter what you say,
they were aggressively insisting that they were not only Egyptian but ancient Egyptians. They even told me they people built the pyramid. I didn't even ask them that.
We built the pyramids, alluding to the fact that they've been there since those times.
That's the point that they were aggressively making.
Now, so let's do this real quick. When you hit them with the word black, they were looking at you like it was crazy.
Yeah, they wanted to give me an education. On geography. They wanted to give me an education on geography. They're like, okay, you go up, a couple of miles north, you in Levant, Israel is there, Syria is there, Palestine. Are those people? Are they black? So I mean, I know my geography, but
shout out to brother Reggie. Okay,
and so that's where they were at in
Okay, so and then we asked about the question, are you African? And your reply was,
and they were still kind of shaking that one off too.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't like that one.
They wanted to refer to,
Egyptian,
the comings and goings of people connected to them in the north. Like that Israel is right there, and Gaza and Syria, Damascus is right there. So are those people African? Like, okay, if you want to make me African, we can,
Okay. Now we're in Old Cairo.
Old Cairo, they of course they were definitely saying that they was Egyptian. It wasn't even a question, and they wanted to tell you, how far back. They just didn't say, "Oh, my people built the pyramid." They like, no, my grandfather, like we worked at this market in Old Cairo for 1,000 years. Are we African? Like, yeah, okay, we'll do that.
Old Cairo, we
African,
do that. Ah, man, okay, got you. Okay, so then
are they black?
Nah, ain't nobody doing the black yet. Okay, all right.
Like,
okay.
what do you mean? Like, what are you actually asking me?
Start skinning your way from the damn question.
Yeah, they was like, yeah.
Okay, so all right, then after we got out of Old Cairo in the marketplace, right? Then where we went? We went to Memphis. Did we get to
Memphis,
and they was and the question of black was still ridiculous, but the
yeah,
question of Africa,
they didn't get mad about it though. They were just looking like, I don't even understand the question you asking me.
I don't understand.
But they was like, we African. They didn't have a problem with
no
that.
problem.
They was like, they didn't give me all that hemming and hawing that they did.
Give you that. Look, let me educate. Okay, all right.
They're like, yeah. We like that's the same thing. They was like, this. You asking me the same question. We Egyptian, African, yeah.
And the brother thing was coming in.
Yeah, right? Brother. And then they wanted,
the Giza plateau.
Oh, right. Are they black? They say, are you asking me? Am I Nubian? I'm not, but my friend is.
He is.
I'm not Nubian, but my friend is. Oh, but we both still Egyptian.
Okay.
Wasset, thank you. See, just because I saw Smash there, I remembered when I was talking about Luxor, was ancient Thebes in Greek, and it's Wasset in the Meta Nature. But yeah. So
I said we was on the Giza plateau. On the Giza plateau, now the word brother is real prevalent.
Oh, brother, cousin,
hustling cousin, my man. Go ahead.
My brother, my cousin, my brother from another mother, my sister from another mister. Man, I got called Barack Obama. My wife got called Michelle Obama. Hey, every cool black people. Some asked that I know Biggie.
Oh man,
but like I said, yes, it's the hustle. Whatever they can do. But I asked my man, our Egyptian tour guide, who's from Cairo, and I asked him, what do they call the Europeans, or what do they call the white people? Do they say brother, my cousin? He says no. They're obviously dealing with you in a more familial way, a more family way. They're reaching out, trying to make a common bond. I said, well, what do they say when they're trying to hustle? They said they might say my friend or buddy.
Wow.
Buddy.
Wow.
I sell you this, buddy. Or my friend. Come buy this.
My friend. Not my brother, but you my friend.
Not my brother and not my cousin. So that was in Cairo.
Okay.
Now that was in, Giza. That was
Giza plateau.
The Giza plateau.
Still looking at you, wow, when you use the word black, even in that, right?
Okay, but the Giza plateau, they
don't care anything. Yeah, black and I'm black. Okay.
Black power. Right. Yes, black power. Tupac, Biggie.
So, ladies and gentlemen, don't go to the Giza plateau. They're gonna give you what you want at the Giza plateau. Because they're trying to get that money at the tourist attraction. We get it, it makes sense. Okay, we went to Memphis now. You in Memphis. Now I just want y'all to know, man, this man is a trained reporter. Now he's not just the average person interviewing, he know what he's talking about, 30 years, work for newspapers. He's not just a YouTube guy on here, man. He's not just that. Right now we tapping into his ability to interview. And there's a certain level of reporters have a code of ethics they're supposed to follow. Okay, so we're in Memphis now. Right back to the black. What was the black? Because you asked the question. The black.
Yeah, they wasn't doing the black. Like what they wasn't mad about it. They
wasn't mad.
Like,
they're not mad.
We don't understand the question that you asking us.
It's like, funny. They tripping in Cairo.
Cairo, they upset about that.
What?
Like no, we not that. Do you know where to go? Do you know where you at? Do you know
where you at? Wow.
Are the Israelis black? Are the Palestinians black? Are the Syrians black? That that's right above me. That's
right.
We can walk there, and it's we back and forth. Like what? Do you know what you asking me?
Do you know what you asking me? Wow. Memphis
but
down.
That was the answer to African too. They was like,
yeah, got it. We got it. Well,
they was kind of shrugging that African question.
Shrugging you off. Got you. Okay, Giza pyramid, anything goes. Memphis, where we at? Memphis,
Memphis, Luxor.
Luxor.
They
No
they
problem.
they have no problem. They like, of course, if you ask us are we Egyptian, and then you go ask us are we African, what kind of stupid question is that?
Yeah,
Yes,
you
we
stupid.
both.
But the black thing still fade days everybody out.
Yeah, they like, and that's when they was like, I'm a Nubian. I'm not, but my friend is. Come talk to him.
Shit. Yeah, stop it. It's a social construct. You wouldn't expect people in other countries to abide by our social constructs that had came under the yoke of global Europeanism, specifically in Americas, where they deemed as
And
that.
again.
Mhm.
I'm like a kinness to Herodotus
Mhm.
walking around talking to people. Like
Mhm.
he ain't speaking ancient languages. He just asking the people that's around him.
Mm.
So
Mm.
I'm asking the people that I come in contact
Mhm.
with.
Mhm.
I'm just reporting the facts of what I didn't swab them for genetics.
I thought you had the kit again. You didn't take the kit.
I didn't take the kit.
You should have took the Magi Archer with you and shot one of them. That would have made them. Let me stop. I ain't want to drag you in that. I know that's your man. I know that's your man.
Man, that's
That's
my
your
old
man.
hip hop man. That man
That's
was
your
down.
man.
That man was down with Dale, the funky Homo
Dale the Funky
sapien,
Day.
man.
Yeah,
Come
I'm a
on,
fan.
man.
I'm a fan of all that.
Come
That's why I
on,
can't never
man.
be mad at Smash. It's hard, man. I cannot be mad at crazy Smash, yo. Hey, we got the Somali with Kandabla. Am I saying it right? Kandabla Bablo, the Somali. Let me see. And he's right. The skin color game don't fly with us in the horn, and and it makes sense. It's just right. I absolutely get. And I look at his profile picture. I want y'all to know. Look at his profile picture, and he's absolutely African. I just want y'all to start getting used to this, right? Right. We're gonna broaden our horizons and understand, what it means to be African. He's definitely in the Horn of Africa, and from a scientific perspective, right? You would have to say he was African right there. So there's no one way to look African. Now he may not. I don't know how he refers to himself, right? I wouldn't know. So yeah, we dropping the link. Y'all come on, man. It's that portion of the show.
Hey, and
Go
let
ahead.
me, because I definitely, if anybody has questions, but
Yeah, y'all got
one
to come
thing,
in. Stop
a
playing the link.
brother told me when I was in Aswan,
Mm-hmm.
particularly in when I love Elephantine,
Mm-hmm.
when I was in Elephantine,
Mm-hmm.
the brother told me, he said, we're the same people that have always been here. We changed languages
Mm-hmm.
and we changed religions, but we the same people that have
That's
always
deep.
been here.
That's deep. That's deep. That's deep. Let me address the chat, man. Hit the link. We waiting on y'all, man. Hold on. I want to address what Chef said about hold on. They kind of going back with the Somali guy, and he said he calls himself Caucasian. What I would say is that that brother has a right to self-identify himself any way he want to. Like, I'm not actually tripping off of that, right? If he think he's Caucasian, then he can, and want to take it back to a discredited term, then that's just on him. I'm not necessarily tripping off that, right? These conversations got to be able to move forward, and people in their area got to be able to say who they think they is. I mean, you just got to give them that, yo. Like, you can't say I'm not an African American, and you can't say I'm not a Black American, right? As long as I'm not infringing on somebody else with the wild lie, then that's the issue when you lying and making up stuff, man. So, Brash, you got a question, man?
Yeah,
Y'all
man.
scared to hit the
Yeah.
damn link? The hell y'all doing? Where
Yeah.
the real
Talk
killers
to
at?
me, Brass.
Yeah. Yes,
What's up?
sir. Yes, sir. I've been here this whole time.
Talk to me.
I need a bunch of questions. If ain't nobody else asking. Because he from my crib. I'm from Dayton, Ohio.
Yeah, player hating
Yes,
Dayton.
sir. Yes, sir.
Montgomery County.
Yes, sir. I am very
Montgomery
familiar
County.
with MC Chill. I've been texting with my brother right now. He graduated from Central State, like I did. My sister graduated from Ohio State, and he got some. He educated me because I said, "Wait a minute!" I sent the picture of the video.
My parents from Central State.
Oh, okay, all day
Mother and
long,
father went to Central State.
all day long. So my brother, I was like, "Is this the guy you used to play all the time when I was young?" He's like, "Yeah." He was talking about the Bomb Squad and Cochise and
That's old
Finesse
school.
and all of them.
I
Yeah,
talked to
yeah.
Finesse, DJ Kid Finesse. I talked to him yesterday.
So first off, respect. You're a legend from Ohio. Respect first. You put up Cool V. I used to DJ at his lounge over in Elizabeth,
Oh
New
man, that
Jersey.
New Jersey is
Yeah,
great.
so Cool
Man,
V.
and Cool V, that's my brother, man, because Biz Markie, rest in peace and power. That was
Hmm.
my boy, man. That was one of the first cats that really looked after me or befriended me when I came to New York. And you got to remember, that's a time where, you know, New York cats wasn't really having non-New Yorkers
Exactly.
up in the mix like that. So he was one of the first cats that really befriended me. Cats like him and Dana Dane and cats like
Mm.
that. But yeah, man, big ups to Cool V and all of them. But go ahead.
My brother, I got a few questions. Some of it ain't all about Egypt. I'm from Ohio, so I'm gonna get you while I got you on here. He said, is it true that you wrote Melly Mel verse on on the MC story?
It is indeed true that I wrote Grandmaster Melly
Grandmaster Melly
Mel's
Mel, yes
Melly,
sir.
and it's a long story, and actually we have a hip hop documentary, a Cleveland hip hop documentary out where
Okay,
I tell that entire story. But the
okay.
quick, the down and dirty, I wrote every single lyric. He came in the studio. We were at Quad Studios in New York. Everybody's familiar with Quad Studios
That's
because
what Pac got shot
it's where you were the first time.
the first time.
You
Yeah,
know,
the
Pac
first
was shot
time.
a couple times.
The
But
first time. Yeah.
yeah, we in Quad Studios in New York. Mel comes in and it's like, okay, let me hit a track so I can, write my rhymes. They like, oh, somebody already wrote. And he like, what? Long story short, looked at what I wrote, he changed one word. I mean, literally. At the end, I wrote, and my name is Grandmaster Melly Melly. Changed it to, and my code is. But other than that, he said it verbatim how I wrote it. One of the
Yeah, because at
proudest
the end is
one of the
code, right?
proudest moments
Yeah,
of
yeah.
my life to write for Grant to write lyrics for Grandmaster Melly Mel, the message,
Wow.
all of that. Beat Street, Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Yeah, Mel read the lyrics just like I wrote.
So we're gonna get to Egypt. Let's because
Let me shout out this super
okay, go
chat
ahead.
real quick, man. OG Green Machine, man. Appreciate the super chat, man. I don't know where the pseudo killers at, man. We community guy. I don't know where the hell y'all at, man. Y'all bluffing. Y'all supposed to be here asking these questions, man. Y'all know the conversation. We've been entrenched in, man. You got a chance to ask the actual person that is actually reporting
Gift
on
of the
the
Nile.
issue. Yeah, man. Y'all gotta stop playing, man. Like knock it off. Get up here, ask the damn tough questions. Where y'all at? Reggie, don't be running. Yeah, stop playing. You know what I mean? Smash. Everybody
Reggie done
playing.
man, Reggie done
Yeah, they playing. Everybody gotta stop playing. Go ahead. We back. Go ahead, Brad. You had an Egyptian question. Let's go.
Yeah,
We
yeah,
want
I
we
do, I
need these
do, I
Egyptian
do.
questions,
I
bro.
know, I know. Do Egyptian. So two questions about Egypt. My sister just got back from Aswan, and she was telling me maybe about 7 months ago, and she was telling me about the poverty. Can you get into a little bit about that? She was just saying it was just really like the poverty was kind of over the top. She said the taxi drivers were taxing the it was more like it just seemed like it was a little crazy about the level of poverty. Did you see that when you went?
It did. Actually, you see the variations of poverty after specifically after you get out of Cairo, but you can tell that the hustle is strong
Hmm.
uh, for $1 even in Cairo. But as you go further south, it becomes more apparent. And I did I asked other questions as well as far as healthcare. That they have free healthcare? And while they do have free health care, I also found out that 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 the more money you have, you still have access to better health care. Uh,
Okay.
and a lot of them, there's a lot of cancers. Rap man, they smoking cigarettes. Man, it's crazy. Everybody's smoking. No
Wow.
filter, no filter
Yeah, that's what she said. It
cigarettes.
was no filters. There was no
And
filter
man,
cigarettes.
they have cancer hospitals all up and down the Nile Valley. So yeah, but it's the poverty and the poverty seems to grow more, but the towns also seem to be more rural as you
Hmm.
go further south. And if you want to equate that with, the people are darker and seem to be poorer. I mean, if you want to make that connection, but that is the case. But it's more it's smaller towns, it's more rural,
Right.
And you know, like even on Elephantine, you see trenches where they bringing water into the village like the old ways.
Mm.
uh, and they have like a called what a nilometer, where it's a big giant well where you can tell the level of where the water is coming from the Nile. But you see where they've dug trenches coming off out of the Nile onto the island, and you can see those trenches also going to their crops. And like I told Unc earlier, them this the soil. I mean, I know you know everybody talks about this thing about the black soil and the black silt,
Hmm.
and you don't really see it until you get like to Aswan. Uh, it's alarmingly dark. Like that soil is alarmingly black. I mean,
Wow.
it stands out how black the soil, and you really see it like in somewhere like on Elephantine.
Last question. I'm gonna give you right back. I work my company, my PR company. We work out of the UN in New York, and I'm familiar, kind of going to the Israel Hamas lane. I know they're still on a level 3. I know down by southern Sinai, I think they're like on a do not travel. Did you feel any of the effects of the conflict with Israel Hamas? I know they're putting a lot of refugees along that border. I think
Yeah,
Rafa, I want to say.
yeah, Rafa. It's Rafa.
Right,
But
Rafa,
man,
right.
that's you know the man. And I was telling Unc earlier, the Sinai Peninsula is it's like a whole different part of Egypt. That's you know you rarely have tourists going to the anywhere
Right. The
in
hell
the
we ain't going
Sinai
there.
Right.
Sinai Peninsula.
Mm.
So and like I said, you know where the border, the Palestinian border, like the Gaza Strip,
Right.
is maybe 400 miles. I told Unc, and you can relate. Like I'm saying, that's like from Cleveland to St. Louis.
Yeah.
But it's not even that. That's a hard 400 miles because that's across the Sinai Peninsula and the Suez Canal.
Mm,
So there was no, I mean, people talked about it, especially in
right.
Cairo, because, you know, there's a lot of students there. So
Hmm.
students are protesting. But as far as is any drama, you know, I felt none. I mean,
Okay.
zero. I mean, people
Okay.
were talking about it. It was something that you saw on television.
Okay. Well,
Hmm.
I appreciate all your work. I know you do a lot of work in Cleveland in regards to the newspaper. I'm gonna talk to Juju about getting onto that trip, but like I said, I feel like I got a legend in the building. I listened to you my entire childhood. Thank you for coming here, bro. I appreciate everything you gave to us. Thank you,
Hey
brother.
man, and I tell anybody they want to go, time's running out, but they can get up with us and the Elite Travel Company. Uh call the Elite Travel Company, hit me up, hit up Ankh, we can give you the information, but you know, we time's running out. So if anybody wants to go with us in April, it's April 11th. Uh they gotta make that happen quickly.
Yes, sir.
Mm.
Thanks for your time.
All right.
Yeah, Brash, you should have asked the bomb question. Who gonna ask the damn question? Cedric, where you at? I want to see who gonna ask the question. What's up,
Peace,
Cedric? How
my
you
brother.
doing, brother?
I'm
What's
good.
good?
I'm
Let me
good.
see who
I'm
gonna
good.
ask the question. Go ahead.
I got just one simple question. I appreciate your analysis and the way you were asking questions, but I want to ask you one question specifically in Cairo, where you encountered the darker darker Egyptians. Did you manage to ask if they felt or had any contention that the lighter Egyptians were invaders?
I did not. I did not. I never used the word invaders. And I'll tell you why. Because every single person that I asked the question to about nationality, their response was more that we are and we've been Egyptians, and I did. So did I ask the darker ones in Cairo? What about those light skinned cats? Are they you think they're Egyptians too, or you think they're invaders or colonizers? I didn't specifically ask that question.
That's the next time.
We can, me and Juju can get on that one. We just got to make sure we don't get arrested. Uh,
Yeah, because the question
Because let me
almost
tell you
seemed.
something. They don't play that. Let me tell you, when you try to suggest that those lighter skinned Egyptians are not Egyptians, but invaders, because invaders is just a secret code word for they not really Egyptians.
Yep. Yep.
They're not
That,
historical
yeah.
Egyptians. And
Mm-hmm.
the fact of the matter is them trying to tell me that their relatives built the pyramids is them telling me we're not the invaders. We're the indigenous Egyptians.
Thank you. I appreciate it. I had to force that question to get you to double down on that specific response. Thank you.
Hey, where you at, Nubian Kemet? Chef.
Yo,
Who gonna ask the damn question around here? Don't
what's
make me be the bad guy.
be the bad guy?
You know, we went through the whole conversation, Smash, Reggie, the whole community is on fire. This man just got back from the Nile Valley. No, man, what question did I
okay,
ask?
before y'all, and whoever's going to ask me the question, but I will say the first time last year when I went to Egypt, Reggie met me. Reggie came, we met up in New York on my way to Egypt. And not only did he talk to me, he talked to everybody, well, the people that was with us, gave us valuable information on how to move and proceed and what not to do while in Egypt. And, you know, and I listened to Reggie, and the people that didn't listen to him, they got sick. They were sick as hell. And hey, because let me tell you, you don't want to be on Pyramid Day talking about, oh, I got to use I catch up with y'all. I got to go to the bathroom.
Oh, man.
So no, Reggie put us on what to eat, what not to eat, how to dress, and you think about, it's not the heat, because that African heat hit different, but it's not the heat that you're trying to avoid, it's the sun. And Reggie put me on with that, on what to wear to you know, just, hey, and I'm telling you, your melanin does not protect you.
Does not work in Africa.
I'll
tell you that. Does not work on the equator.
Yeah, go ahead.
Hold on, Sage. We just making sure Reggie understands that he's definitely not an enemy to the show. I'm just want to let you know that Reggie is actually a commodity to the community. No matter how much we fight, no matter how much he's not my friend right now, he's actually not supposed to be my friend on this conversation. I don't need him to be my friend. We just need to be able to push and not. We don't need to be hogtied, right? Because we friends, that we can't say what we need to say. I'm not coercing brother Chill on anything, man. He went there, right? And I was like, man, you come on, man. Let's see what it is when you go there, man. He's a professional at what he does. So I just want to let Reggie know, Reggie, stop crying. Go
As
ahead,
a matter of fact, see, let me start some drama up in the house. And if anybody followed me on social media, they saw me with this book in Egypt. This is Asar's newest book. And I tell you something interesting is that our tour guide, I'm sitting at the hotel and I have the book, and he looks at the title, and it says Race and Identity in Ancient Egypt. And he looks at me and he says, like, where'd you get that book? And I said, my friend wrote that book. And without knowing what was in the book, he said, your friend needs to come to Egypt.
He can't come.
and I said, oh, he's been to Egypt. You know, he's been to Egypt. And I told her, sorry, he ain't getting me kicked out of Egypt.
Yeah, so I'll get you kicked out.
Yeah, I told him it. But I understood that without and of course Asar has a whole different scenario.
The black allergy.
But I understood that the guy took it to mean one, because it's also the subtitle is towards an etymology of the place named Kemet, and we don't have to, you know, I know everybody on this thing knows, you know, where they go with that.
Where you go with that at?
But I don't know if you don't remember that I got in trouble with Reggie. I got in an argument with Reggie.
Oh yeah.
When I was on here, when I said when I was in Egypt, I do want you to know that it is a riparian zone. Like you can't deny.
Right.
And
Floodplain.
I just threw that out there, just the because I guess my interview was getting a little boring. I figured that one would
get it rocking.
With stir it up, and Reggie, got teed off on that one. But I understood that our tour guide, our Egyptian tour guide, without looking at the book, already was thinking that this book was saying that the ancient Egyptians, or that Kemet means the black people. Thus his response, well, your friend needs to come to Egypt. And I said, well, he's been to Egypt. But yeah, so just the title of the book kind of set off some feelings that I didn't. But yeah, no, but Cedric, did I ask, like, dark-skinned Egyptians, hey, them other dudes, do you think they really indigenous Egyptians, or they're invaders? I didn't. Maybe we can ask that question. We got to walk that one. We got to walk that one delicate.
Hold on, Cedric. You got let whatchamacallit go. Let Chef go. Where you at, Chef?
Oh yeah. He said something about the sun and the heat. And how you need to. Reggie told him how to protect himself. He said the main thing, it ain't the heat like we get over here, it's the humidity, right? But it's just the intensity of the sun, right?
It's the sun. Reggie, and real quick, because Reggie said, chill, how would you think people dress over there? I'm like, oh, I got some shorts and some. He was like, nah. He said, no, you're not dressing for the heat, brother. He said, how do the people, when you see pictures of Egyptians, how are they dressed? I'm like, man, they covered from head to toe. They wearing them on their neck, long sleeves, and I'm sure it's a term for it that I don't have right now. That there's a one piece that flows all the way down to their ankles. They're covered from head to toe. He said, they're protecting themselves from the sun. He said, and so when you see them with their scars or the shamags or their, you got a hat, you got to cover your neck. He said, your melanin ain't gonna protect you, bro. You gonna come up burn up.
Come up burn off.
Exactly. So my point. So that was a great way to put it, because a while ago, by us arguing over this skin color and race of the Egyptians, Unc used to, put it like, if you living in Egypt, like you would get like, and I'm like, yo, why would a Nubian or a dark-skinned African end up getting lighter by being in Egypt? I'm like, that wouldn't even make sense. Like, we've been over here, if you in the Caribbean, like, a dark-skinned person is going to remain dark-skinned. There will be no major environmental pressures, right, that would really change and make the people change color. So if a person is dark in Nubia, he will be dark in Egypt, like, because of the intensity of the sun. That always messed me up when we but I think we passed that. But that was a good synopsis that
right. Even like the Bedouins, I mean, they covered, they got their whole face, they got their shamak, their wrap with it. But again, depending on where you're at, you look at the Libyans, and hopefully I'm not, as they say, outstretching my cable toe. The Libyans are to the west, and they border Egypt, and just like the people Sudanese, where you want to call them Sudanese, or obviously that's a newer term, Cushites or Ta-Nehisi, are darker, and to the north, you have the Levant, but there's a saying that you're going to look like your neighbors also. So yeah, Egypt is a very large nation with all kinds of neighbors surrounding them, and you go along those edges, and the people are gonna look a lot like their neighbors that they do trade with, that they intermingle with, outside of environmental uh, factors. That's just my 2 cents.
Yeah, come on, chef. You know damn well it don't make sense to be pitch black and north, and that's crazy. Come on, yo. It don't make no sense, man. Why would you
No,
be at
a Nubian, like you were saying, like the
what?
people
Uh-huh.
changed colors
Yes, they
over
range.
thousands of years. But
Yes, yeah, they can range back and forth. Absolutely. Mm-hmm. Yep. Remember, we dealt with the article. I got a source for y'all, NPR. Your family may have once been a different color. So absolutely, those people that you're seeing right now could have definitely been dark in the ancient times, right? And I talk about the discussion with Jabrowski, also Jablonski. My fault. I'm gonna get that right here. I mean, chill. And we also had a discussion with Samantha Kiata. Yeah, your skin can change back and forth 50 generations or so. And so yeah, it's just about evolutionary biology at this point. Look, we got I want to say you for last, Smash Rock Wellington.
My man.
Asar, what's up? Asar Minkara, what's up with you? We had a lot
It's
to
not.
say in that chart, huh?
How y'all living? How y'all feeling? Mo
Yeah.
Southside in the building. You hear me? But it's Oscar Ray though, my kid.
Okay.
Uh, but
Asar,
nah,
Hotep.
Minkara.
I
Hotep.
be, I, I be,
Alcatraz.
I be being in the chat with y'all though. You hear me? But hey, it's all love. But I got a question. What do those people over there consider, or what are their subscriptions to a entity? By the way, record straight, I'm atheist and I don't subscribe to none of that. But what do they call their higher entities?
Allah.
Allah. Yeah, they Muslim.
Allah.
All right, well, not those, not,
Allah.
all right, not those people, not those people, but the
No,
ones that, huh?
Even
no.
even even in even in
Aswan,
even in
Elephantine.
Aswan, even in Elephantine, they're Muslims.
Yeah, they Muslims.
All right, so pre-Islamic, what was they? I hear the term Osiris a lot, but I know that's Greek and all that. That's those people ideology or what they deem that entity to be or that deity to be. What is the name of that deity itself and the predecessors of those people that's over there in Egypt today in that whole area? That's what I'm asking.
he
Okay.
went to modern day Egypt.
Yeah, I went to Egypt. I didn't go to Kemet. I went to Egypt. But
Nah, I'm shocked, Mo. I'm shocked. Nah, I'm asking like
okay, but
so
no.
these people don't have no recollection of what their predecessors was
Hey,
kumbayan to and all that. That's I'm trying to get to that nit grit. That's
Hey,
all I'm
hey,
Who did
saying.
your ancestors kumbaya to?
yeah, you don't even know
hey,
yourself.
man, that's I leave I leave something like that to somebody who studies that more, like Smash. I'm sure, but just to say this, when you're talking about a civilization of 5,000, give or
Mm,
take, years,
mm.
over those different periods, they're different deities. Sometimes deities even were combined, like you have Amun Ra. Those are two different deities that an amalgamation. But
I'm shocked. I'm shocked.
yeah, so I'm saying is over 5,000 years is a really long time,
I'm shocked.
and
I'm shocked.
you talking about an entire nation.
Mm.
uh and you I mean, I tell people you'd be surprised how large the continent of Africa is. And I tell people, just take the Nile River. I mean, longest river in the world, and some people may talk about the Amazon, but regardless, the length of the Nile River is longer than the United States of America is widthwise. So if the Nile is that long, just think how large the actual continent of Africa is. So all I'm saying is, from the very north to the very south of Egypt, over 5,000 years, the question you asking can have different answers several times over.
Mm.
And I might be overstating or understating, but I'll
Nah,
definitely let
Are
somebody
you on it?
like
you
Smash
doing good. I
answer better.
asked that question just for a reason because I be paying attention to different chats and we got it on record. That's all. I just want people to hear that so they know I I'm already shot with. I know 100 years is a long time. We can't even fathom 100 years ago what our people was going through. You hear me? So I'm shocked like the other side of the pillow. I'm cooler than that side. You hear me?
Yeah.
But yeah.
Hey,
Appreciate it.
hey,
Oh,
no, thank you.
but
Go ahead.
no.
Uh-huh.
I
What's up?
seen you responded to something that I said on one of the
Yeah.
videos before when I was like, I'm still not vaxxed. I ain't with that, and I'm not African.
Wow.
Now hold on though, hold on. I don't try to convert people to not be vaxxed though. You hear me? That's
Okay.
just my personal thing for me studying the books. Some of them books I got pushed on by you with the very biology. I got hip to that, so I ain't even know them other editions. I'm in the lab
Okay.
now. Now, outside of that though,
Mm-hmm.
I'm Haitian, so I know the Haitians come from the Lawas and the Ashanti. So I know somewhere down my line I come from that over there. But
Okay.
I'm saying if we 150 years plus removed, then I'm not them. I'm here. I'm Southside DC, Moore's Road, baby. You hear me? So
Absolutely. Absolutely.
that's all I'm saying when I say I'm
Okay,
not
I got you.
African.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
respect that. Absolutely. I got you.
Hey,
Yep.
yeah,
and
that's all I was saying.
Huh?
and real quick, just and something that we did this time, and I might have alluded to it before,
Mhm.
when we went to that Coptic church. It was the oldest Coptic church in Egypt, which
Mhm.
probably makes it the oldest Coptic church in the world.
Mhm.
Uh, we again just the slide into the pseudo. They were claiming that the church that we were in was the last stop that Jesus and
There
Mary
you
and
go.
Joseph stayed at that church in
There
the
you go.
basement
Hide them in the basement.
before they went back
Oh wow.
to Israel. What I'm saying
Wow.
is that's a that's a fourth century story.
Mm.
Just like when you if you imagine if you go to Israel, they say, oh, this happened here and this happened here. When you get to old Cairo, it's all these alleys, and they like, okay, this is where Jesus and Mary
Mhm.
skipped down the street and they hid behind this building. So I'm just saying they have fourth century, and again in Egypt, it's easy to look at fourth century like that's not old because you're looking at presidents that are 5,000 years old.
Mhm.
But I'm just saying they have things outside of the Egyptian stuff. They have Coptic stories also along the in the byways and highways of Egypt.
Hey, I got that. I see you on that screen there, Brass say MC Chill and Casual on the same damn panel. Hip hop consciousness in full effect.
That's
Man,
what's up.
support the show, man. Uh shout out to you, Brass, man. Hey man, look, man, we got the rap god, man. That's my man. This what I wanted to tell you, Smash. The only reason I don't play the goddamn God Killer song because the fucking file is too big over here. I don't know why. This shit got me mad. You
Hey
play the
man,
damn song more than me. I'm mad now.
You
Now I'm
know
hot.
what? I be playing it straight off the internet. It's
Yeah,
on
now I'm hot.
SoundCloud. I'm gonna send you
Is
the
it?
link. You can play it straight off the internet. You
I
don't
want the
even have to
file. You sent me
download.
the file before though,
A
yo. I need to.
long ass time ago, you been had that.
I'm gonna go back to the damn,
But
yo.
I can send it
Anyway,
to you again. What's
yeah,
up
You
send
with
it
can
to me
it?
again.
download the file onto one of your boards on the your pads on the Roadcaster.
Oh, I can.
You
Oh,
can
okay,
you can grab the MP3 or MP4 file
okay.
and drag it right over into whatever panel little
Mm,
button you want to press, and it'll download right as a
wow,
file on
you
there.
have to show me on the thing.
Gotcha.
Smash, we
I can
got you
send it
on
to
here
you.
now.
Peace, peace. What's up,
We
Bobby
got we got
Banger?
the
Okay.
Smash Rock. Well, I like to say Smash Rock Wellington is in the building. Man, we into this heated goddamn conversation, man. This shit is good for the community, man, because we're gonna do this shit right. Right? We didn't already cuss each other out and realize that was the dumbest shit ever to do based off our love for each other, right? We realized that's crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like, I couldn't be in your face cussing you out. It'd be crazy,
Yeah,
right?
it's gonna be
So
crazy.
we figured out a way to do it. I don't watch all your show. I watch the people.
Yeah, that's what I do too.
Yeah.
I look at the title and peak line,
Yeah.
let them do what the hell they doing.
Yeah, that's how we do it. But you on the panel now, man. This brother, man.
Man,
We
MC
went to the
Chill,
spot.
what's up with
MC
it?
Chill. What's up?
what's happening, casual? My man
Yeah.
Smash, man. I'm still bugging. I heard you drop a bar. That I think you had a shot at what's your man the SETI when you hit him with a bar, something about a book, bitch.
Oh
Uh,
yeah, you hella funny. I didn't know that some of those songs actually reach people. Sometimes I just throw it online to see if people like it. But man, good, you know what I'm saying, making your acquaintance right here. Now here's the thing. I think do you be doing some did you ever do readings online in the mornings or something?
I,
From books?
Occasionally I did, occasionally, because I did it. I have a show. Well, I kind of took a hiatus at a show called Chill Talk, and in the studio at Radio One, and I started doing it from my house. And occasionally I would read from some books. I don't know
Okay.
if that's
Well, I don't know. I thought I was following you for some getting some information, but it was stuff pertaining to Kemet. So if it wasn't
okay.
you
Probably
pertaining to
not. No,
Kemet,
no,
that
no.
wasn't okay.
Probably
Yeah.
not.
Well, like I said, man, it's good. You know, being here, making your acquaintance. I'm knowing you've been doing it for way before me. So I'm salute, you know what I'm saying, and that's what it is. We still banging it on it, but you know, right now I'm more concerned with this type of content and this type of information. So my page don't hardly be much talk about hip hop. It be more about this type of stuff we talking about.
Yeah,
right
Beef Wellington. Look on the screen. They call you Beef Wellington. I like that.
Man.
You gotta
Not
throw that
me.
in the line, yo, Smacks Wellington, Beef Wellington.
Okay,
Yeah.
what's up?
Yeah,
with
but
it?
Smash, even on my show, on my channel, it's not really hip hop. We're mostly doing news. But yeah,
Current events, like
current events,
word up.
journalism. I mean, we doing some history. I'm talking about like not necessarily comedic history, but just whatever is current or important or happening news wise, we would cover that. So, but occasionally, obviously some hip hop stuff will come up, and I welcome it all. We would do everything.
So then I might have. I don't know. I'm just going back on some history. Just I hope y'all don't mind if I hope I ain't filibuster.
Nah, man, come on, bro. Yeah.
We did 93. You was before. You was 95, 6 or before hieroglyphics.
Oh, way before.
86.
Yeah, I dropped to
I
86.
think 8
Yeah.
like with Too Short, right?
Shit, before that.
Oh, okay. There you go. So people need to know this stuff when we talk about the OG. I just want to put it out there so people know.
Before that.
That's why it's like you like an OG to me doing it. You know what I'm saying? But
Yeah,
you
my
up
contemporaries was like Run and Houdini and like all them cats that came out they came out like a little earlier, but 85, 86 is when I came out.
Man, like I said, this good doing it, man. Good seeing you, good making your acquaintance.
Hey man,
And
I
I
see
ain't come here to fight, Bobby.
live at the Fever, but go ahead.
Live at the Fever?
I saw Love Bug Starsky do live at the Fever.
That's a love right there.
That was my song right there. Love Bug, that was. Now, Smash, I know you ain't. Nah, y'all good, man. I like to bring good people together, man, because y'all both good people, man. This quality of friendships, man, to make this thing work right, man. Despite the variant of opinions, man. So, when you're in tight spots, man, that's when the friendships really show, and you figure out if somebody really fucking with you or not. So, yeah, I appreciate you, Grayson. I appreciate y'all hooking up like that, man. I like to hear y'all put some music together sometime, man. That'd be good for me, man, because I enjoy both of y'all musics, man. You know me, I'm from the beginning of hip hop to the end. That's me. I'm different with understanding hip hop. I done heard all of the songs. You know what I'm saying? So when I talk about how I like the youngsters, I'm saying how they actually built upon the foundation the brothers like y'all set, man. Yeah, I mean, and then when I hear y'all rap, I say that shit's still relevant the way you putting it in. I mean, Smash Rockwell's same with you, Chill, just the way y'all still got the ability to keep it there if that's what y'all want to do. That's what I be saying, you know what I mean? So yeah, it is what it is, man. So no, I ain't trying to start nothing. But what you was saying about the black Egyptians, don't Smash? What was that?
I just to say one thing. Now I ain't gonna go there, but
okay.
I don't think no part of it was that the modern Egyptians walk around saying they black. My argument is when we go into the ancient Egyptian text, we see them representing their physical image, no social constructs. So yeah, I was glad that my brother was able to even walk around journalistic, that you had the heart to do that. I don't think I would have had all the way the heart to be just asking some of the questions that you got to ask, you know what I'm saying? But you trained in that, and so you probably know how to be less abrasive than a person like me. When I get passionate about it, it just come off hella abrasive. I'd have been like, "Is you black?" And they'd have been like, probably got arrested. You know what I'm saying?
And that's why I didn't ask that question. Cedric tried to get me to ask. He tried to get me detained.
The question.
Yeah.
So, all right, happy medium right here. Smash. He's basically saying that the Egyptians is there today from the north all the way from the south, from old Cairo to Memphis. You know what I'm saying? To the plateau. They all say that they the peoples, man. And ranging in skin color, right? Ranging in phenotypes, the whole 9 yards, man. I just would like, am I saying this right, chill? Or am
Yeah,
I
yeah, yeah. And the phenotype of the people in Aswan were obviously different than they
mm-hmm.
were in Cairo.
Yeah.
Not just their skin
So
type
that's what
in
Zahi
Cairo.
Hawass say, and that's what they say all on the internet. We familiar with their argument.
Mm-hmm.
Like, just to be real.
Mm-hmm.
We know what if we take a trip there, we know that you probably get banned from going if they knew you was Smash Rockwell and be on YouTube saying this type of shit. You know what I'm saying? Like they really. I don't want to speak towards anything. Oh,
Yeah.
here's a question.
Mm.
And I hate to bombard you with questions concerning blackness, but we'll go another direction with it and not really tripping. How about the sentiment of anti-blackness? Did you ever feel personally? Well, I know as a tourist you probably would not, but did you see anything that reflected in the manuscripts, the journals, when you go into temples, anything that makes sure? Well, what I'm trying to ask, did they just show any sentiments of anti-blackness?
Okay, and this is an odd thing. And I actually saw, because when you get into the temples and the tombs, I don't know why the reason is, but there are darker skinned people that work when you enter the tombs and the temples. Well, specifically the tombs. And I'm glad you asked that, because I saw the opposite when we were in the Valley of the Kings, and we went to the mortuary temple of Hatshepsut. You could you Because it's from where they drop you off at. It's a nice little walk up, and you've seen that picture of that causeway incline that goes up uh, to the temple of Hatshepsut. It's a long little walk, so they have little shuttles that'll drive you up to the incline and the stairwell. And on the way back, European, and I noticed this, European tourists are kind of pushy and and privileged. They seem to be, feel that they're a little privileged. They'll push you out the way if everybody's kind of crowded to see something, like you're in like different places. They'll be like, oh, this is the holy of holies, and so you want to, it's kind of in the back and you want to see it, and European tourists are a little pushy and privileged. So on the way back out of the temple of Hatshepsut, mortuary temple, it's dark skinned, melanated uh, people driving the shuttles, and each shuttle is like a big giant golf cart with maybe 16 seats, eight on each side, and it's a big crowd of people trying to get on the cart, and the European tourists are just elbowing and pushing and busting past you.
Oh
And
man.
and the driver, dark skinned brother, was like, hold on. Let No, let my cousin on. And I'm
Mm.
like, oh, I'm the cousin. Remember I told you they
Cuz
I'm like, okay, my
he looked
American my
around.
American blackness is a benefit. I'm about to get on this. It's hot outside, man. It's mad hot, and he was like, "Hold on," like
Mm.
no. He made like the two of the people get off. Like
Oh
no,
shit.
no, you get off. Like they did kind of like
But they were cutting you, so it was more than just showing up for you like a brother. They were cutting you.
no, they was cutting everybody,
Okay, yeah,
but
okay.
he made them get off. But then he didn't even seat me where they were at. He said, "You come sit next to me.
Huh.
Sit next to me. You my
That's
cousin. You my
interesting.
cousin. You my brother." He
Oh
said, "And
man.
I give you, like, as we rolling." He said, "No," and he kind of like, I don't want to say he said "f them," but it was some type of word like,
Tired of him.
yeah, and he was like, "No, sit next to me. I'm gonna give you more information." He's like giving me like a private, like,
Mm.
okay, you see up there, that's where blah 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 blah. But I saw that a couple of times where the actual workers was like, "Brother, I got you." Like those other people, So that's kind of the opposite of what you were
Very
asking me.
interesting.
And even when I went into some of the temples, somewhere in the Valley of the Kings, I want to say it might have been what's the brother that wrote the maxims of like they say is the oldest book, Mental Hotep,
Patah Hotel.
Patab Hotep,
Yeah.
right? We went into his tomb, and it's at every tomb it's a part where you get to, you can't go any further. It's a gate, and it's like a person there, saying as far as you can go. And I went in, and the guy said, "Brother, my brother, like come around, come around." I'm looking like, what? He's like, "Come around. I take you to the back." I'm looking like, oh man, is this dude go rob me? Is he go?
Oh man.
He got a dagger, something, and he took me around, and we went. I had to jump down into this thing. I'm like, man, how the hell am I gonna get back up here? Because there wasn't any steps, and he took me to this part where it was like a lack of a better word, a secret entrance.
Mm.
And he was like, and it was a part you had to actually crawl through, like a little opening. He crawled through first. He said, give me camera, give me camera. I take a picture of you crawling. And I'm like, man, if this dude get up in here.
Claustrophobic type crawl?
No. And I have a picture of it. Oh, bro, if you claustrophobic, you ain't like, don't go in the pit, man. Going into the pyramids. I went into the pyramid of Unas.
So get back to the thing though. You going to the thing.
But anyway, so he took a picture of me entering this space. And people like, Chill, where the hell did you go? I can hear people saying, Chill, where you at? And I'm like, he like, shh. Like, no.
Damn.
My brother, this for you.
Mm.
And then now I don't know if he was blowing smoke. Smash, he said, I'm priest. And he said, Wob.
Is that
Priest
right?
Wob.
Smash, that's the pure. That's
exactly.
the pure priest.
Exactly.
I mean, it's a lector, priest, Wob, but no, he said Wob. And I don't know why he thought that I would. I don't know if he heard me.
That language,
I don't know if he heard me talking to somebody else, because some of the people that were with me, although we had an Egyptian tour guide, my brother Bashir was still asking me, Chill, what do you know about this? What is this? What is that? And I would often say, bro, you paid a tour guide to. I paid to be here, but and I don't know if it was, but he said Wob, and I understood. Well, not obviously, but I understood what he meant. But I for some reason I felt it was like special treatment, and I had to like trust this dude for me to get out of there, because to leave I had to jump up on this, and he was a little skinny dude. He was pretty spry. He like jumped up on the ledge, and he literally had to pull me with, and I had to commit to this because you couldn't halfway get back up on the ledge.
Man,
because if he let me go, I'm just falling backwards quite a ways. And it's hard ground. Smash. I saw people bloody because they walking and they taking footage. They walking with their camera, and the ground is not level, and it's granite, it's limestone, it's you falling, and it's not like falling on the street.
Y'all like that out of a spook.
So what the hell did you see in there though? What was it? Was it like a special jet black garden and what?
It was a room it was a beautiful room that was covered with the metal netcher. And I knew I didn't have time to try to. So I quickly took like bow.
Smash, read that. You had to read that for
and
us.
And I said, I'll get it worked out when I on the other side.
All right.
But yeah, man, it was I felt like I was getting special treatment.
Wow.
That I didn't see the quote unquote white people getting. But
yes, we argued that. It's crazy that you said that, because we've been saying that the people of Egypt is the people of ancient Egypt. And you're showing right now that they still have remnants of the old culture.
Hey, now I'm not saying this dude was a wild priest, man. I'm just telling you what he said.
So we keep saying that these people over here in our arguments We keep saying that, yo, they don't practice the ancient culture. Yo, it's there. Like, just because the outward expression of it, you dig what I'm saying? It's kind of, Islamic over top of it, but those people still have traditions and customs that are uniquely Egyptian. You dig what I'm saying? And if the dude, no secret little ways to get into temples and he's saying certain little words, it's been retained in the culture, even though you see Islam and Arab culture over top of it. You dig what I'm saying? It's just like with African Americans. We still remain, we don't even know half of the Africanisms that we kept with us. You dig what I'm saying? But other people that know African culture, they can look at certain things that African Americans do and tell us why we do them and where it come from. But we don't know. You feel me?
Right, right. Hey, and Smash, let me tell you this. Like when I went into the temple, the pyramid of Unis, on the outside, that is the sorriest excuse for anything that you would call a pyramid. And I'm like, man, I'm scared to go in there. It's about to collapse. Like,
oh man,
you would even not recognize it as a pyramid. It's just like a pile of dirt. But on the inside is when you get inside, and it's a little walk hunched down. So you claustrophobic, you gonna have a problem. But because it's a long walk, hunched down. Same thing going into the Great Pyramid. Same thing going into King Tut's tomb. It's a long walk, a long, uncomfortable, bent down walk. But the inside of the Pyramid of Unis, outside it's just like a pile of dirt. On the inside, it is the most beautiful. Obviously, that's where pyramid text comes from, because the walls are covered with just beautiful glyphs all inside. But the outside looks like trash. Inside is incredible.
About to fall on you.
Yeah, oh man, I'm like, this thing gonna collapse on me. I'm not going in there. But yeah, I'm glad I did. It was man, it was incredible.
Hey man, we at that 2.5 hour spot, man. We didn't had the stars came out tonight, man. We got a special guest, man, Chill, man. He's reporting on what he's seen in the Nile Valley, man. We definitely appreciate you, man. We also had Smash Wellington in the building, man. The Pseudo Killers is in here, man. And I'm appreciating the interview. It was a great vibe, man. And we was on the stay tonight, but we going back to war tomorrow. Absolutely, positively. Y'all know what it is, man. Look, man, support all the channels, man. Support Smash Rockwell's channel, man. Like and subscribe, man. Go ahead and like and subscribe to the Pseudo Killers, man. You know what we doing, man. Make sure y'all like and subscribe to the Community of Skeptics, man. We're going to always have experts come through here, man, because this is what we do. This the platform for that, man. We having fun, yo. When we make mistakes, yo, we say, yo, we made a mistake. We take it back. We support everything with evidence, man, because that's just what we doing. Man, we enjoying the whole program, man. The whole thing is tight, man. And y'all know what it is around here, man. We doing what it is we got to do. And we just enjoying the festivities, man. All the powerful shows is going around, man. Big up to my enemies, because I'm going to stay on your damn head, man. And big up to my friends, man, that I go back and forth with. It's not an issue, man. Man, pick up a book, man. Pick up a good book and read it, right? That's always important. Always have literature around the house so the babies growing up can grab it and get their hands on it, man. That's what I always did. And, with that, man, I appreciate everything, man. Hey, Chill, man, I appreciate you, man. It's been a powerful interview, man. I know you're going to take Juju, going to ask some hard questions.
Juju rolling with us in April.
Right, I know it is, man. Hey, man, we hit you with a little DQ, man. Hey, Smash, you done banging for the night, or what you doing over there? You done?
Man, I'm just waiting on y'all to mess up again, and then I'll respond.
Oh, yeah, we wait on each other to mess up.
Yeah.
Hey. Hey, man, chill. Appreciate you, bro.
Appreciate you.
All right, man.
More or less so let's go. 4 times 4 bars down the boardwalk, and I won't pass go. Alright, keep your mind spinning like tops as I spin on this spinning rock, spinning through the universe, we getting dropped. They kinda hoping that I win and stop.
Yeah, that powerful interview. That's how we do it around here, man. We chillin'.
Boy like good gravy. Boys is
All right, chill.
coming up.
All right, man. Peace, man.
All right, peace, bro.
Thinking I'm crazy since I buck you, baby. My motto been fuck you, pay me. Deep, don't scratch the surface. The most important day is the day you figure your purpose. You into it, the universe, so you work it. Cause shit hit different when it's perfectly perfect.
Hey.
Hit different when it's perfectly perfect. Keep the grass, cause stay away from them serpents. You into it, the universe, so you work it. Cause shit hit different when it's perfectly perfect. If I consume a mushroom,
hey man, hit that link, man, that Cash App link, man. Stop playing. Show some love, man, if y'all enjoyed the interview.
Like black holes random. Feel like every soul return to the nearest.
Show that love, man. Hit them Cash Apps, man. Coming in and coming out, man. Appreciating all the support, man, and all the shows, man. The heavy on the content. Y'all know what it is. Man, hit that link going out the door if y'all enjoyed the internet. I mean, the interview, man, and want more powerful content, man. Man, that keep us moving to the next direction. Man, I see you, Jay. JD. Sadiq, I see you, brother. Lions time, baby. I see you. Omar Reed. I see y'all, man. Afro Ninja, what's up? Juju. Y'all with the surprising one. Man, ain't nothing but love here, man. Zoo, I see you. Man, y'all know what it is, man. Man, hit that Cash App, man. Show that love. Hey, man, I appreciate the Elohim group, man, for that donation, man. I see you. I see you, brother. Appreciate you, Zoo, man. That's some love right there, man. Brass, man, as always, the support, man. I see you, Alexandra, man. Appreciate that, man. Man, I appreciate everybody that showed that love from above, man. Yeah. Man, look, man. I'm your host, man, Bobby Banger, man. We're going to always have powerful shows and content, man. We're going to always lean on the scientific method and scientific literacy, man, to bring y'all programming, man. Look, man, I'm banging the mob, man. What time is it, man? I might have a banging show. Let me see. 11:30. See how I'm feeling, man. Yeah, it's time for me to play that video. Play that later on tonight, maybe, man. Got a couple people I got to call. With that, though, man, I appreciate y'all. Great content, man. We here. We in the building, man. We ain't running. We standing tall, man. Y'all know what it is, man. Baltimore in the house, man. Big up the Baltimore. Park Heights, man. Hilltop Hustlers, man. Y'all know what it is, man. With that, man, we out.